Hello friends, I'm Shaikh, and today in this video I'll teach you how to create a website like Airbnb and OYO rooms using WordPress. This website that we'll be creating in this video has all the features and functionalities that a professional rental and booking accommodation website must have. Now before we proceed further, let me show you this thing. So here as you can see, this is Airbnb and this is OYO rooms. First thing, if you see over here, is the most important thing. They always have this search bar. So where this person wants to go, what check-in, check-out date they want, and how many guests they have. So they can select number of adults, children, infants, and so on. This is Airbnb. If you see, same thing, most important thing, first thing that you see is this thing. Okay, here also search bar, check-in, check-out, guest, and they can search. So I have also implemented the same thing or same format on our website. So here as you can see, if you see our website that we'll be creating in this video, first a person can select check-in, check-out date, how many guests they want, and after that they can search for a property. Now if you don't like this design for the first section, then I'll give you two more designs. So if you don't like this design, this is another design. You can select the location, check-in, check-out date, guest, and search. If you don't even like this design, I'll also give you this design. So if you don't like this horizontal layout, you can have this simple vertical kind of layout. You can search for the location, select check-in, check-out date, and you can select guest and click on search. Then again, if you see Airbnb or OYO rooms or any other rental and accommodation website, you will see all these steps are basically same. Now here customers can filter, for example, if the customer wants to book farms, okay, any property on farms, then they can select farms. On our website also we'll do the same thing. Let me show you that thing. But before that, if you see on the website, on the home page, it displays all the properties, single property listing. So on our website also, if you scroll down, it displays all the single property listing. Okay, it has some more sections. Then if you scroll down, on our website also, customers can filter property by different options. For example, if they want to see only those properties which has heated pool, then they can click on this thing. Now if you open a single property in this Airbnb website, if you open a single property, this is how it looks like. Our website also looks very much similar. If I open a single property on our website, you can see very similar sections. So we have our gallery. This is Airbnb gallery. This is our galleries. Then on Airbnb, if you scroll down, we have rating, we have title, description, and what all options you're getting. You're getting garden view, Wi-Fi. Okay, then we have calendar, review. Okay, then at the bottom we have map. And at the right hand side, we have check-in, check-out, and all these things. Same thing, exact same thing on our website. If you scroll down, you have to rent entire villa, 5 guest accommodation, 2 bedrooms, description, pricing, what all bedrooms. So first bedroom has 2 king beds, second bedroom has 1 bed, then address, property details, what all features. So this property has air conditioning, heating, kitchen, everything. Okay, then you can also take a virtual tour of the property. Then we have the map, which shows, for example, the weekdays is $159 and on weekends it is $170. And you can see these pink option, these are all booked dates and these are some empty dates. Then you see reviews, then you see the bottom, at the bottom you see the map, exactly like Airbnb or OYO rooms. Then at the right hand side we have check-in, check-out. So person, when they want to check in, they can check out, they can enter the guest number, and after that they can click on instant booking and they can make the payment. Now there are many different options for this booking page. So one option is that this customer can now make the payment. They click on instant booking and they can make the payment. Here also we have 2 options. Payment also you can get 2 options. First option is that you can stake or you can accept a small reservation amount now, and rest all the other amount will be paid when the visitor or when the customer visits this location or this property. Okay, so they can click on pay now and we'll see how to integrate payment gateway and accept the payment. Another option is that instead of this, you can display a simple form, contact form. So this customer can enter their check-in, check-out date, and they can enter some message. They can enter their phone number and they can send a message. So you'll get all these detail of the customer and you can contact them back. So that option is also available. With that, we'll also see how to design a very advanced search form. So for example, you can see this is your search page. Here you can see on map, if you click on this thing, you will see the exact location where this property is. And if you click on this thing, if you want to filter by radius, under 5 meter radius, 5 miles radius or 10 kilometers radius, then location, what all features, how many bedrooms, bathrooms you want, based on that you can filter your property. Then we'll also see how to create a blog post. I'll show you how to create blog post. We'll see how to create a contact page, basically everything. Now your customers and owners will get a front end dashboard like this. So this is the front end dashboard. Now in this website, I'll show you two options. First option is that if you are the owner, you own multiple properties that you want to rent. Okay, so you can you can just list your property details over here and people can come, they can rent your property. Another option is that like Airbnb or OYO rooms or any other website, wherein you can also allow other owners, if they have some property that they want to rent, they can post their property details on your website and you can charge a small service fee or you can charge a small commission on that. So you can either take money for listing, or if you want to make the listing free, then you can take money or commission on booking. For example, if some owner comes to your website, they post their property and some customer comes to your website, they book that property for maybe $100. Then you can charge like 5 or 10% commission and rest all the other amount will be delivered to the or will be transferred to the owner. I'll explain you how this process works in complete detail in this video. This is just a demo that I'm showing. Now owners and customers will get a dashboard like this. If they want to add a new listing, they can click on add new listing and they can add a new listing right from the front end. If they want to see their listed properties, they can click on my listings and they can see their listed properties. If the owner wants to make their property featured, which means that they want their property to be featured on home page and search page or another pages, they can pay you some money. So they can click on publish and you can see you can charge them some money for upgradation. Then after that, these owner can also click on calendar. They can see in this calendar form which all dates are booked for which property. If next month these dates are booked for this specific property and so on. If they want to see this in more detail, they can click on my bookings and they can see these are the option. These bookings are confirmed and fully paid. These are pending, which means that they have not yet made the payment. So you can do one thing, you can actually send them a reminder. So you can send them an email. Okay, so this email will be sent, or if you want to issue them invoice, if you want to see details, you can click on view details and you can see the details as well. Okay, and customers will see this option, my reservations. So customer will see, okay, I'm a customer, I have reserved this place, okay, 4 guests, 2 adults, 2 children from this date to this date, and I have confirmed it and I have fully paid it. If this customer wants, they can also post a review for this trip. So I hope you get the idea. Every single feature that should be available in a rental and booking accommodation website is there on our website. Okay guys, so this was the introduction. I just wanted to show you the demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. I hope you guys like the demo website. Now, if you like this demo website, if you want to create this website, make sure to watch the complete tutorial. And before you proceed further, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon if you want to watch more useful and amazing videos like this one. If you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. And now let's start creating this website. For it's time to create any kind of website, whether it's an e-commerce website, a simple blog, business website, rental booking website, any kind of website, we need 2 basic things, a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website. For example, youtube.com, blogdut.com, oyorooms.com, airbnb.com. These things are different domain names. So we'll also have to register a domain name on the internet so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply type in this domain name in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. Second and the most important thing is your website's hosting. Hosting is basically a server or a computer wherein your entire website is saved. So if you see this website from top to bottom, all the different pages, listings, database, this entire website is saved in a server and that server is running 24/7. So that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website live because your server is always up and running. Now, hosting is the most important thing about your website because everything related to your website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. So your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience on your website, your website security, and even your website's ranking is totally dependent on your hosting. So if you select a good and reliable hosting, your website speed and performance will be amazing. User experience on your website will be very positive. For anybody to attack or hack your website, it will be very difficult. And most importantly, you will get better ranking in Google and Bing search results. And obviously, in contrast to that, if you select a cheap and crappy hosting, everything will be opposite of that. Now, there are literally thousands of hosting providers available in the market. but unfortunately only handful of them are really good enough to consider. But you don't have to worry about that. You can simply do one thing. Open a new tab and type in blogdot.com/hostinger. In fact, you don't even have to type in this thing. This link is also given to you in the video description below, so you can simply click on that link and you should now be redirected to this page. Now this is the hosting that we'll be using. This is the best hosting, the most affordable, and has the best support and speed and performance that we'll be using. And this is a managed WordPress hosting. This is not a regular web hosting. Because we'll be using WordPress CMS to build our website, we want a hosting that is specially crafted for WordPress website. So this is what it is: managed WordPress hosting. Very affordable, very good hosting. If you scroll down, you can see they have a very positive rating and review on Trustpilot. And if you scroll down at the bottom, you can see there are 3 different plans available: Premium, Business, and Cloud Startup plan. Now, if you want to save some time, I just recommend Premium plan. Simply select this plan, click on Choose Plan button. But if you want to understand about this plan, what all features it has and all those things, so you can see with this plan, you can create up to 100 websites. So today you're creating this rental website. Tomorrow, if you want to create maybe another website for some friend, for some family member, some client, you don't have to purchase a new hosting. You can create up to 100 websites in one single hosting. With this, you get 100 GBs of SSD storage. Mostly you just need few hundred MBs, not GBs, just few hundred MBs for a website. Like this entire website from top to bottom, the file size of this website is hardly 100 MBs. So basically in 1 GB, you can create 10 websites like this one. So 100 GB is like more than enough. Then after that, you get free domain name, inbuilt templates, many different features are available. And if you click on see all features, manage WordPress, because we are using managed WordPress hosting, WordPress related unlimited features are available. Most importantly, we have WordPress acceleration to improve your website speed and performance. So as I said you earlier, simply select this premium plan and click on this choose plan button. Now you will see this page. Now here, first of all, you have to select period for how long do you want to purchase this hosting. By default, 48 months is selected, which I also recommend. 48 months, which is 4 years. So if you select 48 months, you will get the best discount, and you can see you just have to pay $3 per month and your subtotal is just $140. If you compare with some other hostings like A2 hosting and other hostings, which are also good hosting but very expensive, for 1 year you have to pay $120, $130 in A2 hosting, and here you have to pay $140 for 4 complete years. If you want, you can obviously go a little bit lower. If you want, you can go with 12 months. You just have to pay $36. For 2 years, 24 months, just have to pay $71. So I would highly recommend you to select at least 2 or 4 years so that you get the best discount possible. Whatever option you want, you can select that. Now here you will see this option, have a coupon code. Click on this. Now, for example, if I select 4 years, just to show you, right now the price is $143. If you enter this coupon, first click on have a coupon code and enter this thing, Nayyar, Nayyar, and click on apply. Now you'll get additional 10% discount. Here, as you can see, instead of $143, you just have to pay now $130 for 4 complete year of hosting. So select this thing and click on continue. Now in the next step, you have to create an account. So you can click on this Google icon and you can select any Gmail account of yours, or if you want, another option is that you can enter your email and password, whatever email and password you want. And after that, you can click on continue. And finally, in the third step, you have to enter your details, your first name, last name, your mobile number, address, all these things, and you can see your subtotal. Click on continue once you enter these details. Now in the final step, in the last step, you just have to enter your payment details. So if you want to make payment through credit card, debit card, PayPal, Alipay, CoinPay. If you're watching this video from India, you will get even more options like UPI, net banking. So whatever option you want, you can select that and you can make the payment. So for example, if you want to select credit debit card, you can select this thing, enter your card details. And once you enter your card details, after that, click on submit payment. Once you click on that button and once you make the payment, once your payment is successful, you will be redirected to this page. And here they will ask you who you're creating this website for yourself or for your own business or for somebody else. I'm creating this website for myself. So I'll select the first option, myself. And at the bottom right, you will see this next button. Click on this next button. In the next step, they will ask you whether you want to create a new website, migrate a website, or any other option. So I want to select the first option. I'll create a website. Again, I'll click on this next button at the bottom right corner. Then in the next step, they will ask you to enter your email and password. Now this is for your WordPress website. Whenever you want to log into your WordPress dashboard or backend of your website, this email and password you'll have to enter. So whatever email and password you enter over here, make sure you remember that. Again, once you enter the email and password, click on this next button at the bottom right corner. Then they will ask you what type of website you want to create: online store, blog, portfolio, business and services, other. Whatever option you want, you can select that from here, and again simply click on this next button at the bottom right corner. Then they will give you some pre-built websites and themes. We don't need this, so we'll skip this thing. We'll now click on create a blank website. Then they will recommend you a few plugins. Again, don't need it, so click on the skip button. Then it's time for domain name. Now if you're doing this for the first time, whatever domain name you want to register, just type in that domain name. For example, if I want to register this domain name nayyar.in, then I can type in Nayyar Shaikh. Now once I type in Nayyar Shaikh, as you can see, I get a lot of recommendation: nayyarshake.in, .io, .me. Whatever option or whatever domain you want to register, you can select that. So I'll select nayyarshake.in and click on next. Now obviously, because we are registering a new domain name, it will ask you some details: your phone number, address, for completing the registration process of this domain name. So enter that detail and click on complete registration. And once your domain is registered, finally you will see this page. Here you have to select your target audience. Basically, you have to select your server location, your data center location. I would recommend you to just leave it as it is. Okay, but if you want, you can change your server location to some, data center location in USA, in Europe, or some other place. Again, I'm saying I would just recommend you to leave it as it is and click on this next button again. Now, as you can see, WordPress has started installing on this new domain name. This is a very small process, hardly takes around 2 to 3 minutes. So let's wait. Alright, so here as you can see, WordPress is successfully installed on this domain name. Once it is installed, you will see this page. You have some options over here. You have your domain name nayyarshake.in. Now you just have to do one thing. Click on this button, admin panel button that you see over here, WordPress admin panel. Click on this button. Once you click on that button, a new tab will open for you and you'll automatically be logged into your WordPress dashboard. You might see some page like this. I would recommend you click on this dashboard link or dashboard option at the left hand side. Now this is the dashboard page. Okay, this page, the dashboard page, is the most important page of your website because you will be controlling your entire website from this page. So whether you want to change the style of the website, the appearance of your website, you want to manage bookings, manage payments, checkouts, or payouts, whatever, you will be controlling your entire website from this page, your dashboard page. And whenever you want to log into this page, you can simply type in your website name and after that put in /wp-admin. So your website name is, for example, google.com, then you can type in google.com/wp-admin. Okay, so you'll land on your dashboard page. Now, whenever we install WordPress on a new domain name, there are a few things that we have to understand and there are a few basic settings that we have to do. So first of all, on the dashboard page, you will see all these widgets. These are not really important. So we can get rid of all these widgets. We can click on the screen option at top and untick everything from here. Okay, make sure we have a clean dashboard. Then at the left hand side, we have post. This option will be used to create different blog posts like I have created over here. If you see the demo website, here I've created all these demo and dummy blog posts. I'll show you how you can create your own blog posts like this. So we'll be doing that from this place. Then we have the media option. Now under media, whatever media files, images, videos you're using on your entire website, you will see those media files over here. Then we have the pages option, which obviously will be used to create different pages, your home page, your search page, contact page, blog page, all these pages. Then we have the comments option. Now whenever somebody posts any new comment or review on any listing or any blog, you will see those comments over here. You can reply them, you can approve, unapprove them, you can even delete them. Then we have another option, appearance option. In fact, very important option. Under appearance, you will see few themes are automatically installed for you and one of those themes is activated. So in this case, 2024 theme is activated. Now, if you open your website in a new tab, you will see this is how your website is looking. Now this look, this design, this appearance of your website is because of this theme, 2024 theme. If you go ahead and activate some other theme, for example, let's activate this 2022 theme. Click on this activate button. Again, come back to your website and refresh it. Now, as you can see, your website design is completely changed. So this is basically what a theme does. Theme changes the style and appearance of your website. Now we just need one theme installed and activated. So all these extra themes, we can simply click on that and click on this delete button at the bottom. Okay. Now we don't need this 2022-2023 theme. We'll be using a completely different theme, but in the next step, I'll show you how to install that theme. For now, leave it as it is. Now click on plugins. Now just like themes, you will see several plugins installed and activated on your website. Now what is a plugin, by the way? Plugin is kind of a software or an add-on that adds some extra features and functionalities to your WordPress website. For example, if you want to create an e-commerce website, in fact, we'll be using many e-commerce related features on our website because we are accepting payments on our website. So we'll see how to integrate payments, how to do checkout and all those things. So for those things, we'll need a different plugin, and that plugin will add all the features, all the e-commerce and payment feature on our website. You will understand it later on when we install and activate that plugin. Then at the left hand side, click on settings. Now first we have general settings. So under settings, you have basic settings, general settings. You have to give your website some name, some title. By default, it will be something like blog. So instead of blog, I'll type in WPRentals, or whatever you want. You can type in whatever the name or the name of the brand, name of the company it is. Then for tagline, you can select, you can basically describe your website in few words. So I'll type in best villas in Lonavala, which is a place near Mumbai, hill station near Mumbai. So maybe I'm creating a website for this particular place, for this particular hill station. Okay, so I'll give a tagline like this. Then after that, under membership, tick mark, anyone can register. Okay, and after that, under timeline, under time zones, select your country time zone. So because I'm from India, I'm selecting Kolkata. If you're from some other place, you can select some other time zone and click on save changes. Then under settings, click on permalinks and make sure post name permalink structure is selected. If some other permalink structure is selected for you, just select post name and click on save changes. Again, come back to your dashboard. And with this, all the basic settings related to our WordPress website are now 100% completed. Now, before you proceed further, again, first come back to your Edge panel. So this page, the edgepanel.hostinger.com, this page, this is the control panel for your Hostinger hosting. So the hosting that you have purchased, this is the control panel for that. Whenever you want to come to this page, make sure to remember this link. Now at the left hand side, click on websites. And under websites, you will see few options are there. Now, as I said you earlier, while purchasing the hosting, that with this hosting, you can create up to 100 websites and you can also add some external domain names. So let me show you in future, if you want to add more websites, like I have added multiple websites, as you can see in this hosting. So if you want to add second, third, fourth website, how you'll do that. With that, I also want to show you one more thing. Many people register domain names on GoDaddy, Namecheap, those kind of website. So maybe if your domain name is also registered on GoDaddy or Namecheap, and if you want to use that domain name with Hostinger, let me show you how you can do that. So first of all, to add a new website, you click on this button, add website, and you select WordPress. Now same process will happen for you, just like we did a few seconds ago. So here, as you can see, you have to enter your email and password for your WordPress account. Click on next. What type of website you will be creating, just select that, click on next. Then they will recommend you few pre-built templates and themes if you want to use them, but we don't want to use them. We can just click on create a blank site. They will then recommend you few plugins. We can skip it, skip this step as well. Now it's time for domain name. Now similarly, you can just purchase a new domain name over here, or if you want, you can do one thing. You can go to GoDaddy or wherever you have registered your domain name. Alright, so on GoDaddy, you can see I have several domain names over here. Maybe if I want to use this domain name, fahem.in. Okay, maybe I want to use this domain name with Hostinger. So what I'll do is I'll come over here and type in my domain name, which is fahem.in. And here you can see it says registered at another provider because it is registered outside Hostinger, which is at GoDaddy. Now, whether it is registered at GoDaddy or any other provider, it does not matter. Just select this thing and click on next. Now same thing will happen for you. WordPress will start installing on this new domain name that you have selected. We have to wait another 2-3 minutes. Now once it is registered, once the process is completed, you will be automatically redirected to this page. And here this time you can see fahem.in, this domain name. But this time it says domain. If you try to click on admin panel, you are not able to do that because it says the feature is not available if the domain is not pointing to Hostinger. So let's point this domain name to Hostinger. So to do that, you will see whatever plan you're selecting, select that, and under that you will see details, click on that. And here you can see your Hostinger name servers. So let's change this thing. So go to products, and besides every single domain name, you will see DNS. DNS basically stands for domain name server. So click on this DNS button and search for name servers tab. You will see several options over here. Here it is, name servers. Click on that and click on change name servers. Click on second one. I'll use my own name server. Now copy your name server number 1, just this much. Okay, not the number 1, just this much. Paste in over here. Then copy your name server number 2, this much. Paste it under name server number 2 and click on save. Now once you click on save, it can take up to 24 to 48 hours to link your domain name with Hostinger. And once it is done, you can do all the other things. You can come back to your account, and after that you can click on admin panel and do all the things that I'm going to show you right now. Alright, so now let's do one thing. Let's install all the required themes and plugins. So we'll start with the theme first, because all the plugins you will get with the theme. So to install this theme, open a new tab and type in blogdoot.com/WPRentals. Again, don't even need to type in this thing. This link is also given to you in the video description below. Simply click on that link and you should be redirected to this page. Now this is the theme that we'll be using, WPRentals booking accommodation WordPress theme. Very popular, more than 13,000 sales, 4.83 average rating, very popular, very highly rated theme. And this is the theme that we need to purchase. This is a paid theme, not a free theme. So you'll have to pay $69, but don't worry, this is a one-time payment. So once you make this payment of $69, you can use this theme on your website for lifetime. Even future updates, whenever new features, new designs, new templates are added on this theme, you will keep on getting those templates, designs, features throughout the lifetime. So you can see even future updates. You also get 6 months of support from the theme developer. So from the date of purchasing the theme till 6 months, you have support time. You can, if you have any problem with the theme, not able to achieve any design or feature or anything, you can go to support, go to comment, leave a comment, and they will help you out. So this is the theme that we need to purchase. Click on add to cart and purchase the theme. Once purchased, you will see your username at the top right corner. Hover over that and click on downloads. Now in this list, you'll see all the themes, plugins that you have purchased. We want to use this one, WPRentals. Click on download besides this and select the second option, not the first one, second option, installable WordPress file only. Now a new zip file will start downloading for you. Once it is downloaded, you have to upload this zip file on your website. Let's see how you can do that. So for that, come back to your dashboard, click on appearance at the left hand side, click on add new theme. Now click on this upload theme button and just select this file. Okay, so I'll select this file, click on install now. Now once your theme is installed, you have to simply go ahead and click on activate. So you'll see this activate link, click on that and your theme will be activated. Once activated, you will get some of a lot of notices. Basically, you have to use this one. This is the important one. This theme requires following plugins. Click on this link, begin installing plugins, and tick mark this thing. It will select everything. Now under bulk action, select install and click on apply. All your plugins will start installing. Now once all these plugins are installed, you will see at the bottom it says return to required plugin installer. Click on that link. Now let's activate all the plugins. So again, tick mark this thing. Under bulk action, this time select activate and click on apply. Alright, so all the plugins, all the required plugins installed and activated. Come back to your dashboard. Now whatever notices you're getting, first of all, once you click on dashboard, you might see some screen like this. Cut this thing. At the top right corner, you'll see this cross. Click on that and just remove this thing. Now whatever notices you see, just dismiss those notices. Now click on screen options and don't need this Elementor thing. Rest these are important, so you can keep it. I'll minimize this thing. Now you have to activate your theme. So basically, to activate your theme, you have to enter your username. You will get your username on the downloads page. Enter your theme forest username, and after that enter your purchase code. You'll get your purchase code over here. If you go back to the theme page, click on support. Now if you scroll down, here you have your purchase code. Simply copy this thing, come back to your dashboard, paste in the purchase code, tick mark this thing, click on register license. And now as you can see, it says you have successfully registered. Now once you refresh this page, this theme will disappear. This message will disappear. Now we have installed the theme and plugins. Now again, if you come back to your dashboard, in fact, again, if you come back to your home page, refresh it, you'll see things have changed. Now Google Map is not working properly. We'll have to fix this thing. We'll see how to do that. But for now, you can see the theme is changed and we have all these options over here. So this theme, basically what it does is, if you click on pages, it automatically creates all the required pages for you. There are few pages that we still need to create, but you can see my listings page, my reservations, my profile, edit listing, dashboard page. If you open the dashboard page, add listing, every page is created for you. So if you just go to your website, click on my profile, you can see these pages are automatically created for you. My booking, dashboard. So this is a great thing about this theme. This saves a lot of time. Normally in other themes, you have to, manually create all the other pages, but this will automatically create these pages for you. And a lot of more things are available over here now because of all these themes and plugins. We have many more options at the left hand side. We'll see each option one by one in detail, but before that, click on appearance. Now delete this 2022 theme. Click on this and delete it. All right. Now click on plugins and enable auto updates for all your plugins, so that whenever new option or new version of the theme or the plugin is available, it will automatically be updated. So again, tick mark this thing, it will select everything. Now under bulk action, select enable auto updates. Click on apply. Now let's see all the things related to listing, related to your rental listing. So at the left hand side, you'll see listings option. Under that you have listings and add new listing. First of all, if you click on listings, no listings available because you have not yet created any. Now under listings, click on categories, and here you will see few categories are automatically already created for you: apartment, B&B, cabin, condos, dorm, house, villa. If you want to create new, you can create it. For example, if you want to create a new listing, bungalow, you can just give it a name. You can upload a featured image. We'll see about this thing later on. For example, these featured images will be shown over here. If you see the home page for bungalow, for house, once you click on this, these are the images. So if you want to upload a featured image for this, you can do that. There is a link given to you in the video description below. If you click on that link, you will be redirected to my website blogdude.com. In fact, you will be redirected to one of these blog posts. Whenever I create any YouTube tutorial, I always create a blog post related to that. So you will see a similar blog post. You will see the video that you're watching right now. And at the bottom, you will see some important links. Now the bottommost link, download free images. If you click on this download button, this blue download button, you'll download a zip file. And once you unzip that file, you will see this media folder. Now inside this media folder, I have given you all the images, all the files that we have used to create this website. Okay, so these images will be given to you. So you can download it to use these images. Now let me upload some image from here, from this media folder. So I'll open the media folder and maybe let me upload, let's upload this image, or maybe not that. Let's open the property folder and maybe I want to upload this image. Okay, so I'll select this, click on open. Once the image is uploaded, you can click on insert into post. Okay, and after that, click on add new category. So this will be your category. So similarly, you can create many more categories for this. Then after that, under listings, we have what do you want to rent. So in some cases, it would be entire home, like in villa, in bungalow, you can, you can rent your entire villa or entire bungalow. In some cases, it could be private room, shared room. So you can select this option. Then we have city option. So what all cities you're offering your services in, you can add that thing. For example, I'm maybe offering my services in Mumbai. So I'll select Mumbai. And again, you can add some featured image for that. Click on add new city. And as I said earlier, I'll add a new city or a new place, Lonavala, which is a hill station, very popular hill station near Mumbai. So maybe I want to add listings related to that. So I'll add this title. And again, for this also, you can add some featured image and click on add new city. Maybe if you're also offering your services, room services, rental services, booking accommodation services in more cities, you can add those cities list. Neighborhood or area, you can add different areas or different neighborhoods. Like in Mumbai, you're offering in different areas like in Andheri, in Sion, in Chembur, you can add those things. Then we have amenities and features. So if you open a single listing, for example, you will see these options. If I open this, for example, here you can see, if you scroll down, we have all these features and amenities, bed and bath facilities, then other features. So if you want to add these amenities with icon, let me show you how you can do that. So first of all, you have to give a title. So here, as you can see, this is a title, amenities, then another title, bed and bath, then another title, facilities. And under that, we have all these options. So first I'll add this title. Okay, and for this we don't need any icon, because as you can see for the title we don't have any icon. We have icons for these features. So I'll simply click on add new feature. Similarly, another option will be bed and bath. Okay, just add the title and click on add new feature. Now under amenities we have air conditioner. So I'll copy the title, paste it in the title over here under name air conditioner. This time we also need the icon. Okay, so where you can get these kind of icons, I think I've given you these icons, but if you want to use your own icon, let me show you how and where you can get these icons for free. And these are not PNG JPG icons, these are SVG files. So to do this thing or to get these icons, you have to go to this website svgrepo.com, and here in this case if you're looking for air conditioner, you can just type in that thing, and here as you can see you'll get all these different options, whatever icon you want to use. Maybe if you want to use this icon, you can click on this thing and simply click on download SVG vector. Once you click on this thing, again come back over here under features, click on upload SVG, and I'll simply upload this file. Here as you can see uploaded, click on insert into post, add new feature. Similarly, another option is fax. So I'll add a new name. Again, go to SVG vector, search for fax, and maybe I want to use let's say this one. Click on download SVG vector and come over here, upload SVG, and simply upload this file. Okay, like this. Click on add new feature. Okay, we did one mistake. For air conditioner and fax, because it is under amenities, we have to select that as the parent. So let's edit this thing, air conditioner, and under parent category select amenities, click on upload. Same thing with fax or whatever category or feature you have added, select this fax. Under parent category select amenities and click on upload or update. Come back to categories. Now let me refresh it, and now as you can see, once I refresh it, under amenities we have air conditioner and fax. Now let's see, let's add dryer under bed and bath. So I'll add dryer, and this time under parent category make sure you select bed and bath, and after that for this we have to select SVG icons. So I'll search for dryer or hair dryer, and you'll get all these icons. Maybe if you want to use let's say this one, you can click on this thing and click on download SVG vector, come over here, okay, and click on upload SVG vector. Now upload the file, click on insert into post, add new feature. So this is how you can add your features and amenities. Now property status is the next one, click on that. In fact, you don't have to add any property status. This is mostly used in real estate selling website. So if it is for rent, if it is for sale, so in this case we are not selling anything, so all the status will be basically for rent. So we'll just leave it. Now let's see how we can create listing. In fact, before we create listings, because if you try to add a new listing, I'll show you both the option from the front end and also from the back end. First, we'll see from the back end. So in the back end, we have the map option, which is not working right now. Here it says this page can't load Google Map correctly because we have not added or we have not configured Google Map API. So let's see how we can fix this thing. So to fix this thing, go to Google first and search for Google Map API. You will see this thing and open the first link, Maps platform, Google for developer. Then you will see this page, click on get started. Basically, you will be redirected to this page, console.cloud.google.com. If you just type in this thing by yourself, you will land on this page. Now, if you're doing this for the first time, they might ask you your credit debit card details. So make sure you enter that, because without that, you will not be able to use Google Map API. So make sure you enter your credit debit card details. Once you do that, we have to create a new project. So you will click on this drop down at top, click on new project, name it anything you want. So I'll name it maybe WP rental demo. So WPR demo, and click on create. Make sure, again, I'm saying, make sure you click on or you enter your credit debit card details. Only after that these things will work, because I have an old account. I have already entered those details. I don't need to do it. Now, once this project is created, you can click on this select project, or if you want, you can click on this drop down and click on just select this thing, WPR demo or whatever you have named it. Now, once this project is opened, let's see what we have. You have to click on APIs and services. Now this will create an API key for you. We'll use this API key later on, and you get 200 monthly Google Maps credit. So don't worry about that. It is almost free. Okay. For small creators, for small websites, you will not be charged anything. Just enter your card details. Now go to Google Maps platform. Just click on this button, go to Google Maps platform. Here, as you can see at the bottom, it says successfully enabled all the Google Map APIs. So it has automatically enabled all the Google Map APIs. Still, we'll just make sure, double check whether everything was enabled or not. Then you will see these kind of options. We'll see they will fix this thing later, or we'll set up this thing later on. Click on maybe later. First, let's see whether all the Google Map APIs were enabled or not. So you'll see this kind of screen, complete profile, and all it says enable APIs. It is check marked, which means that all the APIs are enabled. Still, you can click on APIs and services at the left hand side to again make sure that everything was enabled. Click on Maps at top. And here you'll see all the important Maps APIs are enabled. Maps JavaScript. Here, as you can see, it says disable, which means that it is enabled. Maps elevation, Maps embed. Now, if you want to enable these as well, you can click on enable. So basically all the Google Map APIs are now enabled. If you click on places, everything is enabled over here. So things are done. Now at the left hand side, click on this option, keys and credentials. And this key is automatically created for you. So click on this Google Maps platform API key, click on this key. Now, if you don't restrict this key, anybody can just get this key and use it on their website. So we must restrict the key. So people can just copy the key and they can use it on their website. So we must restrict the key. So first of all, under this option, select an application restriction. We have to select website because we'll be using this on our website. And after that, click on this add. Now, whatever your website is, you can enter this website thing and you can see the format. First, we have asterisk, then a dot, and after that your website name /*. So we'll enter this thing, okay, like this, without any www, https, just your website name. So I'll enter this much, okay, /*. Now select everything, cut, just to make sure that the whatever the thing you have entered is correct, the format is correct. So asterisk, then full stop, and after that everything is done. Click on done. You can add multiple websites. So click on add. I can do one thing. I can add my main website. So if you add the main website, basically my main website is blogdude and this is just a subdomain, rental.blogdude. So if you select or if you add the main website, all the inner website, all the subdomains will automatically be added. Okay. So make sure to enter your website name and after that simply click on save. Once you click on save, now only these websites can use this API key. Now you can click on show key, copy the API key, come back to your website, and let's see where we can paste it. So at top, you will see WP rental options. If you don't see this at top, at the left hand side also, you'll see WP rental options. Click on that. In fact, under that, you have to click on general. And once you click on general, you'll see this screen. Now here we have to go to maps, which is over here. And you have to select under what map system do you want to use. So we want to use Google Maps. Make sure Google Maps is selected. What places API you want to use? Again, Google Map. You can make it yes, use file reading for pin. And under Google Map API key, just enter the key and rest everything is fine. Just click on save changes. Now, if you again come back to this page, if you again try to add a new listing, let's click on add new listing. And if you go to map, now as you can see, we don't get any error. If you remember earlier, we were getting error, Google Map not available, only available for developers, but this is working. If you add any address or anything, this will work absolutely fine for you. All right. So we have set up Google Map. Now let's see how we can create or how we can add our first listing. So to do this thing, first what I'll do is I'll open a listing from the demo website and I'll just copy paste the detail so that you understand it much better. First of all, the listing title. This is going to be your listing title. Modern boutique house or whatever the title is. I'll add this as the title. Then we have the description of this thing. So if you scroll down, you will see this is your description. Okay, this much. So basically you describe this place. Okay. So you'll add your description details. If you want to make it, list or anything, you can do it. For example, let me add this in multiple lines just to show you. Let's start from here. Right, so I've added 3 lines. Now if you want to make it bulleted list, you can simply select it like this and click on this bulleted list at top, and this is converted into a bulleted list. If you want to change the color, click on this toolbar toggle. You can add many more things. You can change the color, you can make it bolder. For example, if I want to make this thing bolder, I'll select it and I'll select text bold. Okay, you can change the text color. You can also add media. Basically, you can add images in this, so you can add those things. Then if you scroll down, you have property related things. So first we have property general detail. How many number of guests can this property accommodate? So maybe total 8 people. Okay, now what is the property address? You can add the address. So I'll simply do one thing. In fact, I'll do one thing. I'll add, maybe it is in Lonavala. And you can add specific location. Property country is India. Property state is Maharashtra. Zip code. So some zip code. So this is the property zip code for basically the zip code or pin code for Lonavala. Now country, under country select India or whatever the country is. Now if you want to allow instant booking, you can tick mark this thing. I'll explain you both what is instant booking and or if you want to show instead of this. For example, let me first do one thing. Just publish it for now. Okay, just to show you what happens. Now if I open this in a new tab. Okay, if you open this and if it says page not found, then we have to do one thing. We have to go back to a dashboard. Under settings, click on permalink. Again, make sure post name is selected. Just click on save changes and try again. It will work. Okay, once you click on save changes, let's try again. Open this link again. And now as you can see, it opens. So this is the default setting for this form. If people have to select what is the check-in, check-out date and guest and all, this is the default setting. We have few more options. If you want to allow instant booking, I'll explain you about this later on. But you can also, instead of this thing, instead of check-in, check-out and all booking thing, you can also display a contact form instead of this. So if you tick mark this thing, show contact form, click on update, come over here, refresh it. And now as you can see, this is converted into a contact form. Instead of book now, it says send message. So you can select your check-in, check-out date, how many guests you will be coming if you have any message. And if you want, you can click on send message. Your details will be sent to the person who is the owner of this hotel or this place, and they can contact you back. So this is another option. Okay. If you want, instead of this booking form, you can display contact form. Then we have a property price. Okay, so what is the booking type? Per day, per night or per hour? Mostly it is per day or per night. So maybe it is $50 or not 50, let's say $15 per night. Okay, before label, after label, if you want like $15 per night, if you want to type anything like that. If you want to charge taxes, you can type in the tax amount. For example, if you want to charge 18% GST or VAT, you can type in 18. I'll leave it blank. Now you can also do one thing. For example, if somebody is booking for 7+ days, then you can add some number. For example, the regular price is $15, but if you book for more than 1 week, you can get a discount for just $13. So you can have this option. If somebody is booking for more than a month, we can give them even more discount, 50% discount or 30% discount. We can give them this listing for just $10. Now price for weekend, this is the regular price, $15. For weekend, you can charge like $20. Okay. If you want to charge some cleaning fee, for example, cleaning fee is $5. This is a single fee, or you can charge per night, per guest. So you can select a single fee. City fee, again, you can select single fee or whatever. If you want, you can select minimum and maximum number of days for booking. I'll select minimum 1 day of booking. If you want, you can also select a security deposit, like $10 or 10%. You can select, okay, security deposit. Now extra price, if you want to allow guests about capacity. For example, the capacity we have selected is 8 members. Okay, 8 guest members. If you want to allow maybe even more than that, you can select the option over here, extra. So first over here it is allow guests above capacity, and extra price per guest, maybe $5 per guest. Maximum extra guest above capacity, maybe we'll select 2. Then after that, we have property media, basically the images. Okay, these media files. So I'll simply click on upload new image, and you can go to this property folder under media folder, and you can upload all these images from here. One image is already uploaded, I don't know which one, but you can upload all the images. Once it is uploaded, you can select these images and click on select image. Okay, if you want, you can also, if you have a video or on YouTube or any other platform of this particular place, of this particular location or house or villa, you can add that link. So for example, on YouTube, what is the video ID? So let me explain you what this video ID is. Open YouTube. So maybe this is the video of that place. Obviously it is not, I'm just showing you an example. So you can just right click, copy link address and paste it over here. Now this is the link ID after V is equal to, which is video link is equal to. So this much is the video ID. I'll copy it and paste it over here. All right. Then property specific details, property size, maybe it is 2500 square feet. Now, after that, once we do theme settings, I'll explain you how we can change. Right now it is $. So I have entered property price $15. But after that, after we create the listing, I'll explain you how you can change the currency. Instead of $, if you want to add some other currency, you can do that. Similarly, instead of square feet, if square meter is used in your country, I'll explain in the next step how you can convert this into a square meter. Now, how many rooms? Maybe we have 6 rooms in the property, and we have 3 bedrooms, 4, 5, 6, maybe 4 bathrooms. And cancellation policy, if you have any cancellation policy, let's see. This is how it will look like. Free of charge, no cancellation fee. You can type in something like this: no cancellation fee or free of charge. Other rules. If any other rules, you can select that. Now, whether smoking is allowed, party is allowed. So you can select pets allowed or not, children allowed or not. You can select that. Now some custom details, check-in hour. So maybe check-in is 2 p.m. So I'll type in 2 p.m. We have to add text. Okay, not time or anything. I mean, once you click on this thing, you don't have to select time, just enter the time text. Then checkout is 11 a.m. So I'll just type in 11 a.m. Late check-in, free of charge or anything like that, you can type in. For example, if you see over here it says late checking before 11 p.m. Okay. Optional services, outdoor facilities. If there is an outdoor facility as extra people, you'll see all these options. So extra people, we have already added that option. 2 extra guests are allowed. So I'll type in 2 extra bed for $5 per night, because that is the pricing that I have set. If you go at top under pricing, for extra guest $5, as you can see. So that is the reason why I changed the text. Now if you want to add few more custom details, I'll show you in the next step. First, let's add this much. Now select map. You can do one thing, you can add exact latitude and longitude code, so it will work. Or you can do one thing, you can click on this thing, place pin with listing address. So it will, as you can see, it will automatically select or paste this pin on Lonavala, because that is the location, that is the zip code or pin code that I have selected. Now if you want, you can make it specific. For example, this is maybe this is the property. So you can click on this thing, double click, and this pin will be added on this property. So this was maybe the exact property, so you can select that. Okay. And as you can see, as soon as you select the property, exact property, latitude and longitude code will automatically be added. Now, who is the owner? You're the owner. Rest everything is fine. Now at the right hand side, if you see what is the type of this property, maybe it is a villa. So I'll tick mark villa. And after that, what do you want to rent? So we are renting this entire home. Whether you want 1 room, 2 rooms, you'll have to rent the entire home. Where, in which city is this located? Not in Mumbai, it is in Lonavala. So I'll select Lonavala. What all amenities and features are available? So I'll tick mark everything. And set a featured image. Featured image is the main image. If you go back to the home page, as you can see, these are the featured image, the one image that shows with the listing. So I'll click on set featured image. Maybe I'll set this image as the featured image. All right. Once you do this thing, click on update. And with this, you have created your first listing. If I come back over here, refresh the page, this is how it is looking. Obviously not looking very modern and very good. We'll change the design of this listing. Don't worry. First, let's see whether everything is working. So as you can see, icons, everything automatically working. Pets not allowed, party not allowed, smoking and children allowed. And you can see the pricing also. Weekends $20 USD and weekdays $15. Okay, so everything is working. Map is also working. Then at the right hand side, you can see contact owner and this booking price, everything is working. If I select, for example, as you can see, for more than 7 days, if I select, let's see what price I get. As you can see, price is now changed. Okay. For if I select more than 7 days, and if I click on book now, then I'll explain you what happens after that once we do the settings. But before that, let me show you a few more things. We have custom fields. We have not yet fixed the custom fields. If you want to add some extra fields which are not given over here, extra details that you want to add, how you'll do that. So for that, I'll do one thing. I'll open this WP options settings in a new tab, WP options. Now under general, you will see these options. So under general settings, you have custom fields. Click on that. As you can see, check-in, check-out, all these are extra fields. Now maybe I want to add a new option. I want to name it private bathroom. So for private bathroom, maybe what is the field name? This is the field name. Field label also, you can give some field label. I'll copy the same thing, paste it over here. Now whether a text or drop down or whatever it is, so I'll select drop down, for example, just to show you. If it is a text, then you can add some text. If it is a date, then people, once they click on this, they have to select some date. Once you select drop down, you will get a drop down list and you have to select which option you want to use. So maybe I'll give two options. Now under drop downs, you have to separate them by a comma. Here, as you can see, it says. So for private bathroom, I'll select yes. This is first option. Then I'll give a comma for second option, and I'll type in shared, which means shared bathroom. Okay. Order in listing page. You can add some number over here. For example, till 7. This is the one. Maybe this will be 8. Click on add to list. As you can see, 8 added. Another option that you can add, maybe whether it is a family friendly location or not. So I'll type in family friendly. Same thing under label. Drop down again. You can just type in yes, no. Okay. Order 9. And after that, just click on add to field. Okay. Once you do this thing, click on save changes. Now again, if you come back to your listing, refresh it, and let's come back, select specific details. Now under specific details, as you can see, private bathroom, I'll select yes. Family friendly, I'll select yes. Okay. So these extra custom details can be added. Again, I'll simply click on update, come over here, refresh the page. Scroll down. As you can see, bungalow, villa selected. How many guests? 8 guests, 3 bedrooms. Everything is added. Under property details, private bathroom, yes. Family friendly, yes. Okay, so you can add these kind of custom details if you want. For now, you can see this looks very different than this one. Okay, so we'll change the style of this at the end of the video when we are doing the theme settings. The layout is kind of fine. We have things placed at the right position, but the design and everything is very different. But before that, before we fix this thing, let's see how we can create our home page. Okay, because we have everything empty over here. And as I said earlier, I'll in fact show you all the 3 sections. This is the first, then home 2, home 3, and after that we'll add all these options. Okay, so let's start creating the home page. For that, I'll again come back to the dashboard. Let me come over here, come back to the dashboard. Now before in fact we create home, if I open this thing in a new tab, there are a few things that we have to do. First of all, we don't want this map on every page. Now if you open any page, whether it's blog or anything, this map will keep on displaying at the top. So I don't want this thing first. So I'll fix this thing. You have to go to WP rental option, click on general. Now here you have under general, you will see header, click on that. And under this you have, let's scroll down. Under media header type, it says Google Map, select none. For owners page also select none. And for media blog post also select none. Okay. Click on save changes. Again, if I come back over here, refresh it. Now that map from every single page is gone. Another thing that you would do is under appearance, click on widgets. And for me, it is not happening, but for sometimes you might see some additional details, additional things that could make your website look bad at top and bottom. For me, it is not happening, but in some cases it might happen. So that is the reason why I'm showing you this thing. Now under widgets, you will see this thing. Let's see, top bar left and top bar right. If you right now it is empty, but if you have anything in these, make sure to delete them. Okay. Similarly, under primary widget, secondary, you don't have anything under this, but just let me give you an example. Under top bar right widget area, if I add paragraph, for example, type in anything like this, click on update, Come over here, refresh the page. Now as you can see at the top right corner, it will show me something like this. So if you have anything like this under top bar right widget area or top bar left widget area, make sure to click on this three dots icon and click on delete. Okay, make sure to delete this thing and click on update. Now let's create our home page. So to create a new page, click on pages, click on add new page. Obviously because it is our home page, we'll give it a title of home. So click on add title and click on home. Just type in home basically. Now if I just publish this page and open this in a new tab, okay, view page, open this in a new tab, this is how it looks. Now for the home page, we don't want this breadcrumb, we don't want the title. Okay, these two things are not required. And also header style is a little bit different, but we'll fix that later on. Now, so we don't need title. So under show title, make it no. Under transparent header, whether you want a transparent header or not, we don't want a transparent header. So I'll select no. Header type, whether you want image in the header, anything, whatever you want in the header, we don't want anything in the header for now. In some pages, we might have image header. For example, if you open the contact page, this is a header as you can see at top. In some pages, we might have a map header, like we just disabled. We had map at the header. So in some cases, you might have that thing. Now where to show the sidebar? We don't want any sidebar for the home page. So I'll select none, no sidebar. So under title, no, under transparent header, no, and under sidebar, none. Okay, select these three options and click on save again. If I again come back over here, refresh it, as you can see, those things are gone. You might still see this breadcrumb. Once we set this page as a home page, this will also be gone. Now, right now, what the page that we have just created, this home page, this is just a regular page. We have named it home. Just by naming it home, it does not become your home page. We have to set this page as our home page. So I'll come back to our dashboard, go to main dashboard. Under settings, click on reading. Now select the second option. Under your home page display, select second option, a static page. And under home page, select home that we have just created. Click on save changes. Now if I again come back over here, refresh it. Now as you can see, that breadcrumb is also gone because this is now our home page. Okay. Again, come back to your dashboard, click on pages. Now, as you can see, besides home, it says front page. This is now set as a home page, front page. Click on edit. Now let's style this thing. Let's see how we can design it or style this thing. So to style it or to design it, we'll be using Elementor. So you'll see this button at top, click on edit with Elementor. You might see some notices, just skip this. Okay, cancel this thing. Now, before we proceed further, before I show you how to create this website, let me first explain you what you see on your screen. Let me explain you this thing. What is Elementor? How it works? Elementor is basically a plugin page builder, which obviously means it will help you to design the page. So this page or any other page, this entire page and all the other pages are designed using this Elementor page builder. And in this option, okay, at the left hand side, we have different elements. As you can see at the title, elements. So that is the reason why it is called Elementor. So at the left hand side, we have elements. At the right hand side, we have the canvas. We design it section by section. So this is your first section, then second section, then this is your third section. Amenities is the fourth section. This is your fifth section and so on. So we use Elementor to design it section by section. And we have some buttons at top. I'll explain you all these buttons one by one. While we're creating the homepage, you'll understand everything. So let's start designing this thing. Okay, let's start with the homepage, our first section, which is this section, your search section or your hero section. Now we have three different hero sections. If you see the homepage 2, homepage 3, this is how it looks like. Same elements are used, just design is a little bit different. I'll explain you how to create this section because this is the most complicated one. Rest all are very easy. And after that, I'll give you those files, you can import it. So to design this section, first of all, if you see at the left hand side, we have this image and at the right hand side, we have this content. So we'll have to divide this into two different columns. So let's see how we can do that. So first of all, to add a new section, we click on this plus button. Then we select Flexbox. In most of the cases, sometimes you also select grid, which I'll explain you at the bottom. This is created using grid, not this one. I think this one. Testimonial is created using grid. I'll explain you how to use this thing. But most of the times we use Flexbox. And now here you get multiple options. This time we have to use 2 columns. So I'll select this option, 2 columns option. I'll explain you about all these things also later on. But for now, just select 2 columns because we need 2 columns. Now here we have left column, we have right column. Now the difference over here is that left column is a little bit less wider and the right column is more wider. So I'll change this thing. Right now it is 50-50. I'll click on this gray box. If you see over here, if you follow my mouse cursor, it says edit container. Click on that. And instead of 50% width, make it 40%. And right side, click on edit container. This gray box, click on edit container. Instead of 50, make it 60 like this. Okay. Now one more thing, if I just publish it for now, I've just noticed that we have not made it full width. Now if I add any image, I want my image to be touching left side. If whether I, and as you can see, zoom in, zoom out, the image touches the left side. Okay, so for that we actually missed one thing. I'll again go back to my dashboard. Now click on pages and edit home page. And we have to set template of full width. So under this homepage, you'll see template at the right hand side. Instead of default template, select element of full width. Now click on save. So just this thing was missing. Template will be element of full width. Again, come over here and refresh this page. And now this is full width. As you can see, if I hover over this thing, this pink line touches left and right. Okay, so this is full width. Now here what we have to do is, first of all, at the left column. Okay, left column, will select this option. Click on this edit container and we have to add this image in the background. So go to style, and to add this image in the background, we go to style, and here as you can see, the first option is background. Under background, we can add some color as well. If I select classic, you can select some color in the background, like red color, green color, blue color, whatever color you want. We don't want color, so I'll click on clear. We want image in the background and we want this image or whatever image you want. You can click on add image and let me upload this image. Come back to media. I'll select this image, click on open. Once it is uploaded, click on select, and you can see this is how it will look like. Few things that we have to do: display size, position. We have to set all these options. So first of all, under position, we'll select, I'll select bottom. Okay. Now under bottom also we have several options: bottom, center, bottom left. I'll select bottom center and we'll select display size cover. Okay. So this is how it will look like. Then after that, you go to advanced. I don't want any extra space. If you see, we have some extra space at top and bottom. I don't want any extra space. So under padding, I'll make it 0. Okay. Under margin also, I'll make it 0. Now select this option. Okay. Select your main container. We are not able to select the main container. We have to click on this 6 dots icon. As you can see, if you follow my mouse cursor, it says edit container. Sometimes you're not able to click that. So if you're not able to click that, click on this icon at top left, structure. Okay. This structure icon. And under this, you can see we have 2 left column, right column, and at top we have the main container. So click on that main container and go to advanced, and again make margin and padding 0. So as you can see, extra space gone. Go to layout, and here also make sure under gap everything is 0. Okay. We just don't want any extra space top and bottom. Now again, click on this option, edit container, the left container, go to layout. Here also gap, you will see 2020, make it 0. Okay, we don't want any gap. Now you can see top and bottom gap is gone, but still we have this left side, we have some space, some gap. So to fix this thing, again click on this main container, not able to click. So click on structure, click on the top container and change the content width to full width. And now as you can see, even that is gone. This is now touching the left side. Because we don't have anything in between, it is very, the height is very small. We'll fix that thing. For now, just click on publish. So whenever you do any changes on your website, make sure to click on publish. All right. Now let's add things at the right hand side. We have the left hand side, we have the image, which is done. Now right side. So on the right side, we have this text first. This is our first text. I'll copy the text. Now to go back to the elements option, you click on this plus button, click on add element. And search for heading. Okay, if you just search for heading, you will get the heading tab. Drag and drop it at the right hand side. Now type in whatever you want. So I'll type in welcome to whatever villas you want. So maybe I'll type in welcome to Lonavala Villas. Okay, or whatever you want. So this is your text. Now this was under content. Now go to style. Let's style this thing. First of all, text color. So here as you can see, this is black color. Now if you want to get the exact color code, for example, for this green or this black, you always right click. Okay, on that and click on inspect. Once you click on inspect, you will see at the left hand side at the bottom this thing will be added, and if you scroll down at the left hand side you can see you get all these color codes. So if I click on this thing, right click, inspect, and if I see at the bottom right somewhere you will see that color code. Let me see this thing. Right, let me search. Here it is. As you can see, this is the color code for green. I don't want the green color code, I want the black, this color code for now. So I'll right click, inspect. Now at the right hand side, as you can see, this is black, 000 black color. So I'll come over here, text color, I'll simply paste in the black color. Okay. Now for typography. So by default it is Roboto. I don't want Roboto. I want a different font family. Okay. Roboto is very old, does not look that good. I want Jost font family, J-O-S-T. Select this and this looks much more better. Now if you want to increase or decrease the size, you can select it like this. Maybe I'll select, let's see, maybe 90 pixels. We can increase or decrease the size later on. When I add more space, I'll have to decrease the size. Maybe 80 pixels. Okay, I'll select 80 pixels for now. Now 800, whether you want to make it bolder, if you want to make it very thin, 100 pixels, make it very bold, 900. Anything in between 4 or 500. So I'll select 500 over here. And after that, you can also select few more things like line height between each line, what height you want. Okay, you can add positive and negative height as well. Okay, I'll leave it default. Letter spacing between each letter, whether you want to add or subtract spacing. So I'll simply type in 0.1. In fact, not 0.1. Let's see. In fact, we have to decrease spacing. So I'll type in -5. Okay. And now let me increase the number, 90 pixels. All right. Or maybe not 90. 90 pixels. Then after that, let's see what we have next. We have another text. I'll simply copy the text. Again, go back to elements. So click on the plus button. Drag and drop the header, type in your text, whatever you have. You can use the text element as well for this. I'm using header. Go to style. This is also black color. So we'll simply do one thing. Click on text color, select at the bottom. If you go at the very bottom, you get the black color, which is simply 000. This is the code. Now typography, this will also be Jost. Roboto is the default font family. We have to change this thing to Jost, J-O-S-T. Size will be 20, make it a little bit lighter, so 400. Now line height, I'll select 32 pixels, right? And letter spacing 0.1 for this one, okay? And this is how it is looking for now. I'll click on publish just to make sure that all the changes are saved. Now for the extra space at the right hand side, you can do few more things. In fact, the easiest thing to do is right click on this edit container and click on add new container. You can add a new container at the left hand side and you can decrease the width of this container. So maybe I'll select this thing and decrease the width to, let's say 20%, okay, or less, whatever you want. You can select that number. Okay, so 20% I think looks fine. Left hand side, if you want to make it bigger, instead of 40, you can make it 45 or whatever number you want. You can change these numbers if you want. Then after that, we have this search bar. Let's see how you can use this search bar. Again, click on add element and search for search form. Okay, you will see there are 2-3 different options. We have to select this one, search form builder. Drag and drop it at the very bottom. And this is how the default form looks like. In fact, let me do one thing. Let me delete this thing because again, we'll have to go to this settings and we'll have to change the typography. That takes a lot of time. So what I'll do is I'll just set the default font family as Jost instead of Roboto so that we don't have to do it again and again. So to do this thing, click on this icon, site settings icon. Okay, this one, click on global fonts. Now under primary font, click on this pencil button. Instead of Roboto, make it Jost. Okay, same thing under secondary, instead of Roboto slab, change it. If you don't like this one, then you can select another font family, which is Poppins. That is also very good. Montserrat is another good font family. Lato is a good font family. So if you want, you can use these. Click on save changes. I'm using Jost. Click on this thing. Now most of the font families are changed. I can see it over here. Okay, property text and everything, but still I'll just delete it and use it again. So I'll search for search form builder, drag and drop it over here. All right, click on publish. Now this is the default look. We have property category. If you see at the left hand side, we have property category. First of all, I don't want to show label, title and all. So label is this property category that it's written at the top. I don't want label gone. I don't want title, so section title, and don't want to show this amenities and this field. Okay, advanced field that you see over here. So hide all three at the bottom. Now I don't want category and city. What we want is we want check-in, check-out, guest, and find a villa finally. Okay, so I'll delete this, click on add item, and under form field I'll select check-in because that is the first one, and the title here says check-in. How it will compare, under how it will compare, we have to select date bigger. Okay, select this option. For check-in we have to select date bigger, and under placeholder, under fields, and not under fields because we have hidden the field, under placeholder type in check-in. Okay, delete the top one as well, property city. Now what is the column width? 33. We don't want 33, we want to make it 25 because we want 4 in one line. So 25, 25, 25, 25, it will be 100. Now for the icon, we don't want the star icon, I want the calendar icon. So I'll search for calendar, and whatever icon you want. So maybe I'll select this one, click on insert. Now as you can see, instead of star, we have this thing, and I'll tap in check-in. Then after that for checkout also same. So I'll simply duplicate it. We just have to do some changes. Instead of check-in, I'll select checkout for the second one. Okay. And instead of this thing, we'll change this thing. It says checkout instead of check-in. And this is also 25%. If I just publish it for now, open this thing. Okay. Here as you can see, we can select the check-in, checkout date like this. Okay. So this is working till now. This is working. Then third option, we have guest. So we'll click on add item. Under form fields, we'll select guest number. Okay. And we'll select equal because we have to select equal. And over here under placeholder, I'll type in guest. Under icon, I'll search for user icon. Maybe I'll select this one, or maybe user this one. Whatever icon you want, you can select that. Again, column width not 33, but 25. Okay. And finally, we'll have the button. So let's select the button. The last one is not a field, it is a button, find a villa. So select this option, submit button. And over here, it does not say search property. We want it to say find a villa. Okay. This is the button at the bottom. You can see very big because the width is 100. We'll make it 25. And now it will come over here. We also want an icon for this, and we want this magnifying glass icon. So let me search for that. Maybe let's search for search icon and select this, click on insert. Okay, you can see this thing. So we have the content, we have all the 4 boxes or elements. Now it's time to style this thing. So go to style. Now under styling, we have how much gap you want for columns and for labels. So here it says 10, make everything 0. We don't want any gaps. So make 0, 0, and this also will be 0. Okay. The label text, we are not using any label, so no need for this. Then background color, what background color you want, you can select this thing. We don't want this background color. We want this color as the background. So this time I'll right click, inspect, and let's see what the color code is. All right, here it is, 8BE3BB. Okay, so I'll add this as the background color. Okay, for the form, this is the form. Now padding and border radius you have to select. So let's say padding, I'll add, first of all, I'll make 0 so that I can see this is how it looks. Now if you add, for example, 10 pixels, 5 pixels, 8 pixels, whatever, you can see this is how it will look like. So I'll select 8 pixels from all sides except for right. Right, we want more. Okay, 18 pixels. Rest everything will be 8 pixels. Okay, so right, I want some extra space over here, but if you want, you can select 8 pixels from all sides. Then after that, we also want border radius. You can see this entire thing is rounded. Okay, if you see our thing not rounded, so let's make it rounded. So under border radius, I'll type in 50 pixels. And now if you see, this is rounded. Under the inner things does not look good, so let's fix them as well. Click on this. and select first select box shadow. Let's add some shadow. If I just click on this pencil button, you can see this shadow is added. Okay, now we want a very subtle shadow. You can also change the shadow color. So instead of this black color shadow, if you want, maybe let's say this green color shadow. Okay, so you can add that thing as well. I'll add the default black, maybe, okay, a little bit. And after that, you can also control, where is that gone? Here it is, box shadow. You can also control horizontally what number should be. So horizontally, if you increase or decrease the number, for example, as you can see, it is coming at the right hand side if you see this thing. So I want horizontally 1. Then after that, vertically, what number you want? We want 2. Blur, I want to increase the blur a little bit. So instead of 10, I'll make it 12. So this is how it will look like. Now let's fix this style, the field style. So select the field style, field text color. We want this color, okay, this color. If you see the check-in, add guest, all these colors. So I'll right click on add guest, click on inspect element. And this is the color, okay, 0D, 5D, 3, 9. So I'll paste in the color over here. All right. This is the field color. And after that, for typography, I'll click on this pencil button. It is automatically jost, as you can see, because we have made the default family as that. Now size, I want to make it 15 and make it a little bit bolder. So instead of 400, make it 500. Okay. Now it's time for icon, I guess, filled icon. So same color. I'll paste in this color as the icon color as well. And field background. Okay, let's select the background color, and I want to select the form background color, which is this light green color. So I'll go to field background. Right now it is white. I'll change this thing to this color. Okay. Then after that, border width, will make it 0. We don't want any border. Border radius, will make it 50. And now it has started looking like the demo website. Okay, as you can see. The button is left. Let's fix this button as well. So click on button. And button background color, again, I'll copy the form background color just to match everything. And I'll replace it like this. As you can see, text color is this darker color. So I'll get this color code. Okay. And submit text color is this. Icon color is this. And after that, typography, same thing, 14 pixels bolder, 15, which is good. Now border radius for this also will be 50, because everything we are setting the same border radius. Now for text padding, basically button padding, you can control this thing. If you want to make 0 everything, I want some padding at the left hand side. Okay, so maybe I'll add 10 pixels from both left and right. Okay, now icon size, you can select the icon size, and after that we also have icon size padding. In this case, I want from right side 5 pixels, just to add some gap between this icon and this. Now when you hover over this thing, it turns into this blue color, which I don't like. So first I'll copy this color. Now go to hover state and replace this thing. Now as you can see, remains same. All right. Click on publish for now. And this is how you create your search bar. Okay, as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now let me do one thing. Let's add padding, this spacing, as you can see, from top, left, all these things. So let me do that thing. I'll click on this middle option, click on edit container, go to advanced and padding. So right now it is touching all the sides. So padding, I'll add maybe 100 pixels first of all from top. Now from left and right, I'll add 90. So I'll add 90 pixels from left, 90 from right. And from bottom, I'll add 150 pixels. Okay. Now right column is looking bigger. So I'll click on this right column. Instead of 20, let's decrease this thing to maybe 11 or 12 pixels. Okay. So this is how it will look like. For now, click on publish. Now one more thing is left. If you see in the background, we have some image. If you see properly, we have this image in the background. So let's see how we can do this. So for this, we'll select the main container. I'll again click on this structure, select the top container, the main container, go to style, background, and add this image in the background. I've given you this image as well. This is the image. You can see home banner 1 background. Select this thing. And once it is uploaded, click on select. And this is how the image will look like. First of all, under display size, we have to make it contain. Okay, and I don't want the position, I don't want it to repeat, so I'll select no repeat. And position, you can set what position you want. So I want it bottom right. Okay, so this is how it will look like. Now you can see the image is very dark, very I want to make it a little bit pale, so I'll select this background overlay, go to classic, add some color in the background. For example, if you want, you can add white color. As you can see, automatically this has changed. And if you want, you can increase the opacity like this. So whatever you want, you can select the opacity like this, and this is how it will look like now. All right, I'll increase it a little bit more, maybe 0.9. Okay, so this is how it will look like the demo website. Click on publish. Maybe I want to do one thing. Okay, maybe I'll do one thing. I'll increase the width a little bit for this one, for the left column. All right, let's see. Yeah, this is looking much better. 45 pixels, 45% width for the left column. Now click on update or click on publish. Now let me do one thing. Whenever you create any section or any page using Elementor, always see how that section or page looks on a mobile phone and tablet. So let's see that. So if I open this section in a mobile phone, you can click on this mobile icon at top. This is how it will look like. Not looking good at all. So let's fix this thing. First of all, image in the top section, what I'll do is I'll click on add element, search for spacer. I'll add some space so that this image becomes bigger. Drag and drop the spacer inside the image and increase the spacer to whatever number you want. Okay, for the image or for the image in the mobile phone. So maybe I'll select 340 pixels for the mobile phone. Then after that, we have this middle option. Click on edit container, and we don't want this much padding, 100 and 150 pixels padding in mobile phone. So I'll delink it so that everything becomes 0. And for mobile phone, I'll make it 50 pixels. Okay, from all sides. Now I don't want this big, all these things. So I'll click on this text, first text, make it smaller. Instead of 90 pixels, maybe we'll make it 40 pixels. We don't want -5 letter spacing. Okay, maybe -2 will be good. Okay, then after that, not even 40, maybe 36 pixels. All right, line height, I'll add 1.2 em. Okay, maybe not even -2, -1. Let's make it like this. So whatever looks good to you, you can select that. Select the second text, go to typography. Instead of 20, let's make it maybe 16. Line height, maybe 1.2 or maybe 1.7. All right, so this is how the text will look like now. And finally, this form. So I don't want it to look like this, so I'll edit this thing. First of all, I don't want this much border radius for mobile phone. So under border radius, I'll type in like 10 pixels, very little border radius. If you see, this is how it is looking. Then after that, if you want to add some gap, so form gap, we have column gap, row gap. So maybe let's add under row gap 15 pixels. So between each row, it will add some gap. And padding also, let's say instead of this, let's make it 10 instead of 8. In fact, from top, I'll add some extra padding. Instead of 10, I'll make it 20. Rest everything is 10, which is fine. And then let's see, box shadow and everything is fine. Just see the button. In fact, let me first open this in a mobile phone. If you want to see any mobile phone version, inspect and decrease the size and click on this mobile icon at the bottom left. So this is how it looks on a mobile phone. So for the button, we want this border. Okay, rest everything is fine. Just want the border for button. So select button, select border type solid. Make it 1 pixels. Okay, which is good. Now if you see the tablet, in fact, first see the desktop. Now desktop also we have this border. I don't want this border in desktop. So what I'll do is under border width, I'll make it 0 for desktop. Now let's see the tablet. So this is how it looks in a tablet. First, let me see how my website looks in a tablet. All right, so here as you can see, this is how the website looks in a tablet. Let me increase the size, not this much. So the top section is full width. Everything is basically full width over here. Okay, we are not dividing into multiple columns in tablet. So what I'll do is I'll do the same thing. I'll click on edit container at the left hand side. Okay, and we'll make under width, select percentage and make it 100. You will see that still it is looking like this. So don't worry. To fix this thing, click on first, select the main container, edit container. Okay, just top one, edit container, 6 dots icon, top one. Now go to layout. Right now the direction is, as you can see, horizontal, which means that you can see the direction is pointing towards right, which means that one element is here, then another element at the right hand side, then another element at the right hand side. If we change the direction to vertical down, now as you can see, one element at top, then at the other one at the bottom, then other one at the bottom. Okay. Now for the top element, click on the image. Inside that we had the spacer. Increase the number of spacer, whatever number or however big you want. So maybe this much. Now select the second option again, edit element, edit container. And here also make percentage and 100%. Okay, like this. Automatically looking good. No need to do any changes over here. For the third one, click on edit container, and I don't want to display this container at all on the tablet. So I'll click on edit container, go to advanced and select responsive and hide on tablet. So this container will be hidden on tablet, and this is how it will look on a tablet. If you want to do some changes, maybe let me see again how it is looking. Yeah, this is how it is looking. So this is looking very much similar. So now looking perfect in mobile phone, in tablet, and also in desktop. Okay, so this is how you make your section, your pages mobile and tablet friendly. The reason I chose this section to show you is because this is very complicated and I wanted to show you how to do this thing. Okay, rest other two are very simple. If you see this one, second one, this section and this search section, these two are very simple, but I wanted to show you something else, how you can make a complicated section like this. So this is how you do it. Rest all the other sections, by the way, this one, all the other things, these are very simple. Okay, this was the only complicated thing. So everything else after this will be very simple. Now to create your second section, again scroll down, click on this plus button, select flexbox and select this first option, direction down. Now the reason we select direction down is because one element, which is this heading element, is up, and then whatever the next element is, that will be down. Let me explain you. So this thing is very basic and very important, so that whenever in future if you select some other option, it will be very easier for. If you understand this now, everything else will be very easier for you. Now if I come back to elements, if I click on add elements, and whatever element if I add over here, for example, if I add heading element, so this is one. Now if I add another element in this section, so let's add maybe another heading. So if I add another heading, as you can see, it goes one after another. So one is up, then another one is at the down. Similarly, if I add another container in this, for example, if I add this container, okay, so this will be up. If I add another container, let's see. Okay, so as you can see, on top of each other. Now if I select this option flexbox, and this time if I select direction row, basically direction right side, and in this if I add a container, let's see, this is fine. Let's add another container. Now if I add this container, as you can see, it goes side by side. So one is over here, then another one goes at the right side. So this is what it means. So in this case, what we have to select direction down. We want heading at top, and then whatever we are adding, that will be at down. So I hope you understand this thing. If you don't understand still, don't worry. While we are creating this home page and other pages, these things will keep on coming and you will understand it better by terms of example. So for the second section, plus button, flexbox, direction down. And first we have this simple heading. I'll copy the heading, come over here, click on this add element button. And from here, select this heading element, drag and drop it over here. And this time our heading is our amazing villas, or whatever your heading is. Now go to style, change the color to black, which is just 000 color code. And after that, whatever size you want. So maybe for this, we'll make it 25 pixels and 600 is looking fine. And below this thing, we have to display our recent items. Okay, so I'll again come back to add elements and search for recent items. So now you'll get a lot of options for a recent item slider, recent items, version 1, version 2, version 3. The one which I'm using in this demo website is this one, WPRentals recent items version 1. So simply drag and drop it over here. And as you can see, this is how it will look like. Now we can do a lot of styling over here. If you want to add some title, we don't want to do that. But if you want, you can do that. Now we want to display 6 recent items. So in number of items, we'll type in 6, number of items per row, 3, which is good. Random pick, whether you want to randomly display recent items, you can do that. Now for filtration, if you want to display items or properties or places from specific categories or locations, you can do that. For example, if I want to display items or this listings only from a specific category, only I want to display maybe villa, so I can select villa. Or if I want to display only let's say house, so I can select house. Okay, now this will disappear because this is not a house. Once you refresh it, in fact let me publish it and refresh it. Now if I scroll, and as you can see, it does not display because this is not a house. So in filtration, if I delete house and if I select bungalow, again it will display. But if I delete bungalow and maybe I'll select apartment, it will disappear because we have not yet created any apartment. So if you want to display any specific categories, any specific locations, you can do that. And rest everything is fine. Go to style. Let's style this thing. So first of all, if you want to increase the size of the title, this location category, you can do that. So for title, I'll select this option. Okay, I'll select this thing. Now title is fine. Size, everything is looking good. We'll just add some spacing. So if you see in this title, top and bottom, we have decent amount of spacing. So you can either add padding and all, but there is another way of adding spacing at top and bottom. So under line height, instead of px pixels, you can select em and you can type in 2em. Now as you can see, at top and bottom some space is added. If I select 5em, more space is added. Okay, so this is basically line height. So I'll select 2em. Now for location and category, I'll select this option and we'll change the size to 14 pixels, make it lighter. Okay, so I'll make it 400. And again for this also, I'll select line height of 2em just to add some spacing at top and bottom. Now for price also, if you want to do some changes, you can do that. I don't want to do that thing. Then after that, if you have spaces and sizes, if you want to add some space sizes, you can do that. I want to change the colors. So for this, as you can see, the color is black and these are these colors. So let me first right click and get the color code. So here as you can see, the color code for this one is this gray color kind of thing, if you follow my mouse cursor. So before that, first let's see title color. I'll make it black. Fine. Then location and category color, I'll paste in this color code. Okay. Or if you want blue, for example, as you can see, turned it into blue. Whatever color you want, you can just type in that color code, click on publish. Rest everything is fine. And after that, let's see what we have. Now we simply need to add some spacing at top and bottom. So we'll select the main container, this 6 dots icon, edit container, select this. And for padding top and bottom, I'll add 90 pixels top and 90 at bottom. Click on publish. Again, as I said earlier, whenever you create any section, let's see how it looks on mobile and tablet. So if I open this in mobile phone, scroll down, this is how it looks. Everything is fine, but I just need some spacing at left and right because as you can see, this is touching both the sides in mobile phone, which I don't want. So I'll simply select this option, edit container, go to advanced, and maybe I'll add not margin, don't add margin, always add padding. So padding top and bottom was 90. So first I'll add that top and bottom 90, and left and right, maybe I'll add 10 pixels. Okay. So this is how it will look like. Now we have some space at left and right, which looks much better. Let's see tablet. Tablet also I can do the same thing. Click on edit container. Top and bottom 90 was fine. 20 at left and right. Okay. Or if you want 10 again, you can do that. So this is how it looks. Now let's move on to our next section, which is this section. So this is a kind of a different section. Here there are two sections actually. They are, I'll explain you when we do it. So first let's create this one. Okay, once we hover over this thing, the text appears. So for this, we'll come back, we'll click on this plus button, flex box and direction down. And inside this, we want to add this option. So this is called sliding box. So I'll come over here, click on add element, search for sliding box. Here you will see WPRentals sliding box, drag and drop it over here. And you will see at the left hand side, it says title here. So let's add all our content. So maybe our first title is art and culture in Hawaii, or whatever the location you want. Now read more text. Here it says learn more, which is fine. Then after that, our description, this is the description. So I'll add this under content, whatever your description is. I'll just make it yes, open box, just so that we can see what all we are typing over here. Okay. We have to close two and open one. So in this example, as you can see, first one is open, these two are closed. When you hover over that opens. So this is how it works. So I'll just make it open just for the sake that we can see all the details over here. Then after that, let's add the image, like these images or whatever image you want, you can upload that image. So I'll simply maybe upload, let's say this image, click on select. As you can see, this image is added. Now let's style this thing. So I'll come over here. Now, first of all, padding. So as you can see, this is the padding, all spacing from left and right. So if you want to decrease it, maybe 10 pixels, or if you want to make it more than 40 pixels. 40 pixels padding is the one that I'm using in the demo website. Now here, this is the color. So let's see what color code this is. So this is 39364E. Okay, so I'll copy and paste in this color code. And maybe I'll also save it. So if you want to use the same color code in future, you can click on this plus button and I'll just name the same color code. Okay. For the second text, this is much lighter. So I'll right click, inspect. Let's see what the color code for this one is. This is 5D6475. So for font color, I'll paste in this color code. In fact, I'll do the same thing. Save this color code for next time. Okay. And after that, read more color is this pink color. So I'll get this pink color, right click, inspect. And this is E94259. So I'll paste in this color code. And after that, I'll click on plus, create a new global color. So that next time when we want to use this thing, we can simply use this color. Now these are all bold text. I want to change that. So for that, we'll go to typography. And here for title and for all the other text, whatever option you want, you can select that. So for title, first of all, I want size bigger. So I'll select 20 pixels and 600 is fine. For content, which is the second one, 14 pixels is fine, but we want to make it lighter. So 400. Okay. And finally for read more, 14 pixels is fine, but I'll again make it lighter, 400, and I'll add some spacing. So line height, I'll make it 3 EM. Okay. So this is how it will look like. Click on publish. Then after that, if you want to add some shadows, you can do that. You have box shadow. If you, by default, there is some shadow, but if you want to increase or decrease that intensity of that shadow, you can do that. You can again click on this thing, change the shadow color. For example, if you want red color, you can do it like this. Okay. I don't want it, so I'll just hide it. Or maybe I want it, but we don't want this color. So first of all, vertical, I'll make it 10 and blur will increase this thing to 31. Now for the color, not red color. Let's see what we have over here. We have very subtle color. Okay, like this. Right. Okay. Then after that, once you do this thing, come back to content and simply duplicate it multiple times, like 3 times. Okay. Now if I hide this thing, all 3 are open. So that is the reason why it is looking like this. What I'll do is I'll close the first one and the last one and keep the middle one open. Okay. Now if you want to do changes in the second one or third one, click on the second one, change the image. Maybe for this, we'll select this image, change the content. Similarly for third one. So once you duplicate it, rest everything becomes much easier. Okay. So this is how it works. Click on publish. Now this was our first section, which was this. Then after that, we have another section. So for this, we'll add a new container. Click on this plus button. Okay. Click on Flexbox, add a new container. Okay. Now inside this, add another container. So I'll click on this plus button, add element, and add this container inside this thing. Okay. Now this inner container will decrease the width because we want our content only this width. We want left and right spacing. So there are several ways of doing it. You can add multiple columns. You can add padding at left and right. Another way of doing it is by decreasing the width. So for the inner container that we have just added, you can click on this option, edit container. Okay. You'll get this option at the left. And under width, you can decrease this thing. So whatever you want. So instead of percentage, I can select pixels and I'll type in 510 pixels. Okay. So this is how it will look like. Now, if you want to bring it in center, click on this main container, edit container, and you can select this option, center, and also center. Okay. So now this is in center, as you can see. Okay. This thing is in center. Now I want my first text. So I'll copy the text, click on add element, drag and drop the heading. Okay, this is our text, as you can see. Now I'll go to style, bring it in center. Now earlier we had saved that color code. So if you want to use that color code, you can simply click on this icon, globe icon. And here, as you can see, we have saved these 3 color codes. So I'll use this one, darker one. This is how it will look like. Now, if you want to increase or decrease the size, then you can simply go ahead and maybe let's make it 25 pixels. Okay. Then another element, again, we have another text. So I'll copy this thing first of all, add heading and paste in the text, go to style, make it center. Again, for text color, I'll click on the globe icon. We have already saved this color code, this lighter one. And for typography, I'll decrease the size, or maybe we'll make it 17 pixels, make it lighter, thinner, and line height will make it 1.5 like this. Okay, so this is how it will look like. For now, just make it, just publish this page so that whatever changes you have made is saved. Now, if you see in this container that we are doing, in the background, we have some design. If you see some pattern and also some color. So for that, what I'll do is I'll select this option, main section, edit container, go to style and add this in the background. So under background type, click on classic, and over here we'll add the image. So click on image and upload files. I've given you this pattern file. In the media folder, you'll see, as you can see, pattern Hawaii. Open this. Once it is open, click on select, and this is how it will look like. Okay. Now, obviously we don't want it like this. So what we'll do is we'll add an overlay basically on this. Okay. So you can add an overlay. Let's show you how it works. So you can select this option, background overlay, and whatever color you want in the overlay. So maybe I want this color. I'll get the color code. Okay. So this is F9F6FC. I'll paste in the color code over here. Okay. First I'll select under background overlay. I'll select background type classic, and I'll paste in this color code. Now I'll also save this color code for future. Now you can increase the opacity like this so that the background thing, the pattern thing becomes much lighter. Okay. So maybe 0.95. This is how it will look like. If you want to increase or decrease it even further, you can obviously do that. Now select this content, inner content. Okay. Edit container, select this inner container, go to advanced, and let's add some padding. So here what I'll do is I'll add some padding, maybe at bottom 50 pixels, and at top you can add more padding. For example, let's add 250 pixels or even more. If you want, you can add some padding like this. Now, since we have this thing, what we can do is we can now select the main container. This is the one, edit container, go to advanced, and under margin top, add negative margin, -155. Now this is how it will look like. So this thing will go at top, and this is how it will look like. Okay. Let me do one thing, click on edit container for this one, and let's make background overlay even more darker. Okay. Maybe 98%. Okay. This is how it will look like, or maybe 97. Okay. If you want to do any changes in this, obviously you can do that. You can go ahead and do that. I'll simply click on publish. Now let's see how it looks in mobile and tablet. So I'll select, or I'll open mobile, and this is the section. As you can see, if I scroll down, this looks perfect. Nothing, no need to do any changes. Okay. And these are the top sections. So it looks perfect in mobile phone. Let's open in tablet. Tablet also, it looks perfect. Only thing you could change is you can select this thing. You can select this sliding box, go to style, and maybe you can decrease the padding. Instead of 40, make it 20 for mobile phone. And now, as you can see, looking much better. Click on publish. Come back to desktop. Now let's move on to our next section, which is this section. Okay, popular amenities. So I'll again come back over here and scroll down, click on this plus button, flex box. Now here first I'll select this direction column. Okay. And we'll add our heading. So I'll simply get the heading, drag and drop. In fact, what we'll do is, we have used the heading over here. So I can simply right click the heading, copy, right click, paste. So this will save you some time. Instead of that, instead of our amazing villas, it says popular amenities. Now below this thing, we have to add 6 different options. Now to add this thing, you can do one thing, you can add a container. Okay. So first add a container. Now in this container, make the direction horizontal. Okay. Row direction horizontal, so that whatever we add in this, it becomes one, then at the right, then right, then right. Okay. So basically horizontally it will go. So this container, make it horizontal, and inside this horizontal container, add another container. Okay. Whatever container you have added, the innermost container, right click on the innermost container and click on duplicate. Now we have 2, then again right click, duplicate 3, right click, duplicate 4, right click, duplicate 5, and finally right click, duplicate. Now we have 6 innermost containers which we want, and we can now start designing this thing. So first of all, we want an icon, and below this thing we want a simple heading. So what I'll do is come back to add element, search for icon element. Okay, drag and drop the icon element over here. Now you can use a simple icon from here, or if you want, you can upload your SVG icons like this. For example, this was for heater. So I'll upload this icon, go to style, change this color to maybe this color. Okay. Then for size, we'll make the icon 45 pixels. Size is important so that all your icons are of equal sizes. Then after that, let's add heading. So come back to add element, drag and drop heading below this thing. Okay. And this is dryer. So I'll type in dryer or hair dryer. And this is, okay, the icon is at left, not in center. So first select the icon, make it left. Now select the dryer thing or whatever it is. Change the color again to this color. Let's see. Yeah, this color, and change the typography. So for this, I'll make it 18 pixels and 600, or maybe not 600. Let's make it 500. All right. This is how it will look like. Now, if you see properly, this has this thing, this has the background, and it also has this shadow. So let's see how we can do. Select this innermost container for the left, edit container, go to style, add white color background first. Okay, it is automatic already white, but you can add white color background. Then again, if you see properly, it has rounded corners. The corners for these are rounded. So what I'll do is I'll go to border and I'll add radius, very little, maybe just 10 pixels. Now you cannot see it right now because the background color is already white, or maybe you can see it if you see very carefully. Now what I'll do is inside this, I'll add box shadow. Now once I add box shadow, now you can see everything properly. Okay. So maybe I'll decrease the box border radius to 5. Okay. This is how it looks like. Now what I want to do is I want to add some padding from all sides. So go to advanced and add padding of maybe 20 pixels, or if you want 40 pixels or 30 pixels, whatever padding you want, you can add padding from all sides, and this is how it will look like. Now once you have this thing, in fact, now what we can do is just to save some time. And also one more thing, come back to style, select border. The color is not this color, we have purple color. So I'll select purple color background. Okay, purple color box shadow like this. Okay. You can make it obviously even more subtle, increase the blur if you want. Okay. Okay. And after that, decrease this transparency just a little bit like this. So you can do a lot of things over here. Now, once you're done, in fact, what I would recommend you do is right click on this container that you have just completed and duplicate it. Okay. 6 times, and then we'll delete these empty containers. 4, 5, 1 more. 6. Now delete these empty containers. So right click on this container, delete all these empty containers. Okay, so this will save you a lot of time. All right, now for the second one, also what we want to do is, obviously when somebody clicks on, the reason or the logic behind this section is that if somebody is looking for a property to rent, and if they want a heated pool in that, so if they want to basically see only those properties which has heated pool in it, so they can click on this feature. So we want to do one thing: whenever somebody clicks on this dryer or heated pool, whatever the amenity or feature is, they should be redirected to all those properties that has this thing. So to do this thing, you can go back to your dashboard. Under settings, you can click on features. Now select this thing. This is dryer. So I'll right click on view under dryer, click on copy link address and paste it under this. So I'll select icon, go to content, paste it under link. I'll select the text, heading, content, paste it under link. Now when somebody, let me show you this thing on real website. Now if somebody clicks on this dryer icon or this text, let's see what happens. Now as you can see, they will see those properties which has this feature. So let's open this property. Let's see whether this property has that feature or not. So as you can see, this property has this dryer feature, hair dryer feature, or whatever. This property basically has this amenity. This box shadow, as you can see, is a little bit too much. So I would recommend you to just make it more subtle. I just wanted to show you this is how it is done. We don't need to follow the exact process. Okay, you can make it like this, more subtle. Now let's add some spacing again at top and bottom. I'll select the main section, click on edit container and go to advanced padding. Top and bottom, I'll add 120 pixels. Okay, both top and bottom. Click on publish. Again, let's open mobile phone. Let's see how it looks. So in mobile phone, what I want to do is, first of all, I'll select this edit container. I want to add some spacing of, no, maybe not spacing, no need to do any spacing. Mobile phone, I just want to do one thing. I'll select edit container and go to layout. This is 100%. I'll make it 50. Basically, I want to display 2 containers in one row. Again, for the second, edit container, layout, percentage, 50. As you can see, 2 containers in one row. I'll explain you. I will do this thing more. To save some time, do one thing. Right click on this edit container, copy, then right click on other edit container and paste style. So that this styling is paste style. Okay, paste style. So these things will save you a lot of time. Now select the main container because everything is one down. Okay, vertical, basically we want to make it horizontal. So select the main container inside which we have all these containers. So select that, and here, okay, it is automatically horizontal. So maybe we can do one thing. Instead of 50, decrease this thing to maybe 48, 45, whatever number. So maybe I'll make it 45. Okay. Now again, I'll have to right click, copy, right click, paste style. Now as you can see, right click, paste style, right click, paste style, do the same thing. And now this is what I want in my mobile phone. Okay. If you don't like this much space between each, you can reduce the space. Again, click on the main container and you can decrease the gap. For example, if you want 10 pixels, now as you can see, space between each is decreased. By default, 20 pixel is added. If you want to increase or decrease the space, you can do it. Mobile phone, we can make the title in center. So I can select the title, go to advanced or go to style, make it center. Now let's see tablet. So this is how it looks in tablet. I think it looks good. No need to do any changes. Maybe I'll just do one thing, select the main container inside which we have all these 6 containers and decrease the gap to maybe 5. Okay, or maybe not 5, 7. Okay. And again, you can make maybe center. You can bring everything in center for tablet. Okay, so do the same thing for all the other options. Click on publish. Another thing, I don't want 120 pixels at top and bottom for tablet. This is too much. So I'll click on edit and maybe we'll add, 75 from top and bottom. Okay. Rest everything is fine. Now we just have 2 or 3 more sections. So it should not take much time. Don't worry. Now for the next section, again, we'll come over here, plus button, flex box, down, and we can simply copy the title, paste it over here, right click, paste, change the title to this, rental for every style. And below this thing, we want to display different types of categories. Okay. So we'll come over here, click on add element, search for grids. Okay. You will see WPRentals grid. Okay. Drag and drop it at the bottom. Let's try again over here. And this is how it will look like. Now, what type you want to display? So I want to display type 6. There are several types you can display. You can see all the types. Now, what design? The one which I'm using in the demo website is design type 3. So I'll select that. What do you want to display? We want to display categories. You can also display locations, types, as you can see. If you want to display cities like Mumbai, Lonavala, you can do that. And if you don't see any image for Lonavala, because we have not added featured image for Lonavala. If you add a featured image, let me show you. If I go to city, I'll select Lonavala, edit it. And under featured image, if I add any image in the featured image, for example, let me add this image as a featured image. Click on update. If I again come over here, publish it, refresh it, you'll see that under this featured image. Now let's again go at the bottom. And now as you can see, featured image is displayed. So if you want to display cities, you can display cities. If you want to display categories, you can display categories. Now again, for this, for another one, villa is not displaying because we have not added featured image for villa. So make sure you add featured image for every category and every location. And after that, under styling, if you want item height, this height, if you want to increase or decrease the height, as you can see, you can make any height you want. So the one which I'm using is, I think, 390 pixels in the demo website. So if you want this height, you can have this height. If you want, you can decrease or change the height. Now I don't want any row gap, so I'll make the row gap 0. And column, as you can see, this is the gap. If you want to increase or decrease the gap, you can make it. 15 is the default space. I'll publish it again. Then after that, everything I think is fine. Just let's see how it looks on mobile and other devices. So click on mobile phone icon at top. This is how it looks. I just want to do one thing, edit container, add some padding left and right. So maybe I'll add 15 pixels left and right. Okay, not top and bottom, left, right. So I'll delete this. Okay, 15 left and right. All right. Let's see tablet. This is how it looks. Maybe again tablet also I'll select edit container and 20 left and right for tablet. Okay, click on publish. Again come back to our desktop. Then we have the client section. Again we'll do one thing, plus button, flexbox, direction column, copy title to save some time, paste it over here, and the title says clients testimonials. So this is what I'll type, and below this thing we want to display these testimonials. So for this time I'll use grid. Okay, so I'll use drag and drop grid. By default it will give you 3 columns and 2 rows. We want 3 columns and 2 rows. We don't have to change it, but if you want to change it, for example, here as you can see at the left hand side, if you want 4 columns and 3 rows, okay, you can have it, but I want 3 columns, 2 rows. For now, just publish it. Now inside these, we want to obviously display testimonials. So I'll go back to add element, search for testimonial element. We want to use this one, WPRentals testimonials. Okay, testimonial, select that. Now it will be empty because we have not entered anything. Under client name, maybe I'll add J. Simon or J. Simon, and from New York. So this is the subtitle or client title for the client. Then image. Okay, I want this image. I think I've given you these images as well. So here it is. I'll upload this image, open this image, click on select. Okay, then after that, testimonial text. This is testimonial text. Now you're not seeing anything because we have not yet selected the type. So under type, select type 2, and how many stars you want to give. So we want to give obviously 5 stars. Now everything, once you enter all the content, everything will start displaying for you. For now, just publish it first of all. Now you can simply do one thing, copy it, paste it over here, paste it over here, then again paste it, okay, and you can change the content. For the second one, I'll maybe select this person, change the name, subtitle from Florida, or whatever subtitle you want, change the image. Let's upload another image for this second person. Maybe I'll upload this image. Click on select, and rest everything also you can change it. So click on publish. Then after that, let's see. Okay, in the background, if you look properly, we have few things in the background, some kind of pattern in the background. So let's see how we can add that. So first of all, click on edit container. Now let me first add this space. Okay, so this extra space. Now for this, I'll go to advanced. I don't want padding. For this, I want margin. So for top, I'll add 120. Okay. Now inside this thing, I want to add that shape. So for that, I'll come back over here, go to style, and under style, first of all, we have to add background color. So under background type, select classic, and I have added this color. If you see, this is the color that I want in the background. Once you have the color, now we can add the shapes. So you will see shape divider, click on that. Under top, I'll select mountains, and whatever width or whatever thing you want. If you want to change the color, let me just change the color just to show you the shape. So if once I change the color, you can understand it more properly what this is. You can see at top, we have this shape divider. Okay. Now you can increase or decrease the width, whatever you want. So for width, I'll make it maybe, let's see, maybe 100% will make it. Okay. Height also, you can increase or decrease the height like this. I'll make it 230, 240, something like this. Okay, and let's see, I'll change the color to white. Obviously, I just wanted to show you that that is how it works. If you want to change another color just to make it a little bit more interesting, maybe let me paste in the same color first. Okay, this color, and you can select a more darker version of this color. Okay, maybe this color. Now for bottom also same thing, mountains. I'll paste in the color. You can see the same thing in the bottom, and here also I'll make width 100, and height also again you can go ahead and change the height. So this is what you can do. And after that, let's see what we have. We have our final section. In fact, before that, let's see how it looks on mobile phone and tablet. Looks perfect on mobile phone. In tablet also looks perfect. Okay, so let's see our last section, which is this section, our contact section. At the left hand side, we have a simple image. At the right hand side, we have a contact form. So to do this thing or to create this section, again, come back, click on this plus button, flex box. This time select 3 containers, which is over here. You can increase or decrease the width of these things. So in this default, we have 25%, 50% in the middle, and the rightmost container is 25. I don't want to do this thing. For the left container, you can see this, the width of this is more. So for the left container, I want it 50%. Middle container I'm using just for this space. Okay, so I'll leave the middle container empty just for this space. So middle container, I'll make it 8%, and right container will make it 42. Okay, so these three. Click on publish for now. Now in the left container, let's add this background image, just like we did for the very first section. We added this background image in the container. So let's do the same thing for over here. So what I'll do is I'll click on this button, edit container. Okay, click on this thing, go to style, and let's upload some image in the background. So whatever image you want, you can upload that. So maybe let me just select this image. Okay, now you can change how it looks. So I'll make it cover, and I'll change the position to center. Then after that, we need to do one more thing. If you see, the four corners are rounded. So we'll do the same thing. We'll go to border and make border radius 15. So we'll make the corners rounded basically. Now on top of this, we have overlay. If you see properly, we have this black color overlay on top of this image. So I'll do the same thing. We'll go to background overlay, select classic, and we'll add black color on top of this. If you want to make it more darker or lighter, okay, you can control this thing. So this is how it works. Then after that, let's see what we have. We have this text inside this thing. So I'll simply copy this text, click on add elements, drag and drop the heading element over here, paste in the text, and let's style this thing. Now, if you want to bring this in 2 lines, like here we have it. So what you can do is, for example, if you just press enter over here, at the left hand side, you can see it is in 2 lines, but at the right hand side, still in 1 line. So if you want to bring this thing in 2 lines, after wherever you want to break it, you can just type in this thing BR, in these arrow brackets. Now go to style, change the color to white color, which is just FFF. And after that, whatever size you want. So for this one, maybe I want 50 pixels or a little bit smaller, 45, 47 pixels. Then after that, we can do one thing. We can add some padding for this one. So I'll select this advanced option, and we can add some padding, maybe 40, 50 pixels. Maybe let's add, not from top, from left and right, let's add 45 pixels. All right. And maybe also from bottom, let's add 45 pixels. So this is how it will look like. Then at the right hand side, let's see the right hand side. Here we have, first of all, we have this. In fact, we need to, first let's put in this title. So I'll copy the title, come over here, click on add element, drag and drop the heading element over here, paste in the title. It is in center, so we'll bring it in center. Go to style, bring it in center, and whatever size again you want. For this one, you can select. For example, let's first change the color to this color. So I'll click on this primary, select this color, and for size, we'll make it 25 pixels. All right. So this is how it will look like. Now inside this thing, we want to add this option. We want to add the contact form builder. So click on add elements, search for contact form builder. Okay. This is the one. Drag and drop it below the heading. Now you'll get one contact form automatically created. We need to do some changes. First of all, we have name and email, which is good. Name and email is fine. After that, we don't want this booking form date. Okay. We have booking form, but instead of one, we have check-in and check-out. So for the first one, I'll select check-in. So here in the field label, it says booking from date. Instead of that, I'll type in check-in. And here also under placeholder, also I'll type in check-in, and we'll make it 50%. Okay. 50% width, because we want 2 in 1. Then after that, we'll add another element and we'll bring it just below check-in. This time we'll select booking to date, and we'll type in checkout over here. Okay. Under placeholder also, we'll make checkout, and after that, we'll make it 50%. So this is how it will look like. If you want to make it required, you can do it. Rest everything is fine. Finally, you can do one thing. First of all, make sure you publish this thing. Finally, you can do one thing, click on this right container, edit container. You can see the background color is white, and we have a little bit of shadow and something like that. So first we'll select this option, edit container, go to style, change the background color to white color like this. And after that, also add some padding. So whatever padding you want to add, you can select this thing. So in this case, what I'll do is from top and bottom, I'll add 30, and from left and right, I'll add 45 pixels. And you also will make sure that we go to style, border. And if you see here also, we have rounded corners. So border, we'll select 15 pixels, border radius. Let's see how it looks for now. Okay, this is how it looks like. All right. Now let's finally add some space at top and bottom. And also if you want to change the border box shadow, instead of this, if you want, maybe again, let's select a purple color or any other color you want. And after that, you can select how light or dark you want. So maybe we'll select just a little bit. So you can see the rate over here, 0.09 is the, so we are making it very dull, very, light if you want. And after that, vertical, you can select horizontally, vertically what you want and how much blur you want or spread you want. You can select all these things. Okay. And after that, click on publish, and finally click on edit container, go to advanced, and top and bottom will add padding of 120. All right. Click on publish, and let's see how it looks on mobile. Oh, one before that, if you see, this is at top. We don't want this thing at top. We want it at bottom. So we'll click on edit container at the left hand side and go to layout, and here we'll select this option, justify content end. So it will bring it at bottom. Click on publish. Now let's open the mobile version. So this is how it looks like. If you want to add some spacing, you can click on edit container for mobile phone, go to advanced, and maybe at top we can add like 200 pixels. Okay, so this is how it will look like. We can make this thing smaller so that it becomes in 2 lines. Okay, then finally we have the contact form. We'll click on edit container, and we'll for mobile we don't want 30 and 45. This is too big, so maybe we can make it like 20 pixels from all sides. All right, so this is how the form will look like, and we'll click on edit container, and we'll add 120 at top and bottom was too much, maybe 80 at top and bottom, and 10 from left and right. Okay, so that we have some space at left and right. And this is how it will look in a mobile phone. Then we'll select tablet. And in tablet also, if you want to do some changes, I've shown you multiple times, you can do it according to whatever your needs are, and click on publish finally. All right. And with this, we have completed the homepage. Now, as I promised you earlier while showing the introduction, that if you don't like this, for example, if you don't like this check-in, checkout form or this layout, then I have 2 more layouts. So if you don't like this first section, then you can also create a first section like this one. So this is another option, same thing, just a little bit different design. And this is also same thing, but instead of this horizontal thing, we have created a vertical form. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time because we have already spent so much time in creating and designing this homepage. So what I'll do is I'll simply give you these 2 files. So you can click on this, and whichever, whether you want to use the first one, second one, third one, you can use it. So click on this plus button over here to add a container in between. Now this time, instead of clicking on this plus button, click on this second one, add template. Now go to my templates, and you see this upload template button at top, import template. Click on that, select file. Now open your media folder, and inside your media folder, you will see pages folder, and inside that you have hero section 2, hero section 3. Import both. So first select this one. Do not show this message again. Continue. Okay, where is that gone? Let's try again. Click on plus button, add template, my templates, import, select file. Let's import the third one. Open. All right, so let's wait. So first let's, this one is imported, so we can insert it now. Click on insert. All right, so here as you can see, second section or this section is imported, and this is automatically mobile and tablet friendly. So you don't have to do anything over here. As you can see, this is how it looks like. Now, if you want the third one, you can again do the same thing. Click on plus button, add template, and simply import the third section. And this is how it will look like. Same form, just a little bit design changes. And again, this is also mobile and tablet friendly, to don't need to do anything. So whichever design you like, for example, if you like the third one, then you can delete the first 2. Okay, delete this one. Also delete the first section. If you're not able to do that, click on structure and delete the first container. Okay. And if you like the third one, for example, you can keep it and click on publish. So whichever section out of 3 you like, you can keep it. Click on publish, and with this, your home page is completed. Come back to your dashboard. So to go back to your dashboard, click on this Elementor logo at top left and click on exit to WordPress. Now, a few more things are left. If you again come back to your dashboard, As I said you earlier, while showing you the demo website, we'll also see how to create the blog page, contact page. So let's see these two things. Now, before we create our blog page, let's create a single blog post. So let's see how we can do that. At the left hand side, click on post. Now we already have one dummy blog post. So we'll simply click on trash. We'll delete this dummy blog post. And after that, we'll click on add new post. And I'll open this blog post just so that we can copy paste the content, save some time. So this is the title of the blog post. I'll copy and paste in the title. Then after that, we have the main content. Now, for example, if you see this style is a little bit different, we have this red color or whatever color. So this is basically a block quote. So to add a block quote, what you do is you click on plus button. Now this is also very much similar to Elementor. You add widgets or elements. So once you click on plus button, you have so many widgets. You can search for them. If you search for quote, for example, you will see quote. Click on that, select that, click on quote and paste in whatever your quote is. And you can see this is a quote. So once you publish it, that style will be applied. Then after that, we have simple text. So I'll simply copy and paste in the text. And if you want to add some images, like we have over here, we have this image. So if you want to add any images like that, click on plus button, search for image. Here it is, image element, media library. And if you have any image in the media library, you can use that. Or if you want, you can upload some image from the media folder or whatever image you want. So maybe let's upload this one. Click on open. Once uploaded, click on select. And this is how it will look like. Then again, at the bottom, if you want to add some text, anything, everything is all simple stuff. As you can see, text and media files and all. So this is how you can do it. Now, this was a very simple thing, but if you, for example, if you want to learn more about blogging, how to write a blog post, how to structure your blog post, how to make it SEO friendly and rank higher on Google search results, I would highly recommend you to watch my blog tutorial. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can search for that, or in fact, you can just go to YouTube and search for Nayyar Shaikh blog 2024. Or if you're watching this video in 2025, then 2025, and you can see how to create a free newspaper and magazine blog, then how to start a free blog, money-making blog website using ChatGPT and all, and how to rank your. So I make sure you watch any one of these videos, 2.5 hours long video, just about blogging, how to write a blog post, how to write a title, content, everything. So make sure you watch that. Then after that, you can set a featured image. So click on set featured image. Maybe I'll set this image as my featured image, and you can select a category, or if you want, you can create a new category and click on publish. So this is how you can create blog post. Again, I'm saying if you want to learn more in detail about blog post, because this video is not about blog post, I'm not going in detail. This was more about this rental thing, and we have done that. We have seen that. But if you want to learn more about blogging, make sure to watch this video. Again, come back. Now, because we have a blog post, now let's do one thing. Let's create our blog page and also our contact page. So to create a new page, click on pages, click on add new page. Let's open the blog page first. Let's see how it looks. This is how it looks like. So we'll give it a title of blog. Okay. And after that, you can see we have, first of all, we'll change the template. At the right hand side template, select blog list page. Okay. You'll see this option, blog list page. Select this option. Then after that, scroll down. In fact, before we scroll down, publish this page, because we have changed the template. After that, you should publish this page and reload it so that we get settings related to that template. Now reload it. Now, first of all, if you see, we want header. So we will select header type. This time we'll select image, because we have a header image and this is the title of this header. Okay. First, let's upload the header image. Let's select file. And this is the one, blog header. Open this. Click on insert into post once it is uploaded. Then after that, you can select whether you want it full screen or whatever you wanted. Then after that, cover it. Everything else is right. You just need to add your title. So title over image, I'll paste in the title. And this is your subtitle. We'll paste in the subtitle. Now what image height you want. So maybe 400 or 500 will look good. So something like that. We'll select this thing. And after that, overlay color. So if you want to add overlay color, like if you want to add black color or any other color. So if you want black color, you can just type in 0006 times. Or if you want, you can just select black color from here. Now opacity, maybe 0.5 or 6 will look good, right? And we don't want, in fact, we want a sidebar in this case. We want a right sidebar. So yes, right sidebar is good. Rest everything should be fine. Let's save this page. Let's see how it is looking. If you open this page in a new tab. Okay, so this is how it will look like. All right. Maybe you can increase the overlay. Instead of 0.5, you can make it 0.8 or 7. Let's see. Click on save. Come over here, refresh this page. Okay, more darker as you can see. Then after that, this is how your blog page will look like. Okay, if you want to add some content before blog page, not recommended by the way, you can do that. Then after that, at the right hand side, it is empty. But once we finish all these things, I'll show you how you can add these kind of widgets at the right hand side. Now again, come back to this page. Now let's create our contact page. So click on add new page. Again, we'll just give it a title of contact or contact us. At the right hand side, we'll change the template. This time we'll select contact page, which is over here. Select this and let me open the contact page. What type of style we have. So here also we have a very similar style. We have a image header. First, let's publish this page. Scroll down and header type will select image. Whatever image it is, you can select that image. You can add a title. You can add a subtitle based. Obviously, don't have to copy paste. You can type in your own titles and subtitles. Then opacity and everything. I've already shown you these things. Okay, now click on save. Now let's open this page in a new tab and let's see how it looks. So this is how it looks. We have a contact page, we have a form, but we don't have any contact details. So to display these details, for example, if you want to first of all display this text, you can simply type in the text over here, or whatever text or image you want, you can select that. Come over here, refresh it. That text will be displayed, but these things are not displayed for now. Okay, all these details. So to display these details, we have to go to the theme settings. Okay, let me show you. I wanted to show you theme settings at the end, but let's see this one first. So you can go to your dashboard, WP rental options. If you see at the top, under that, here it is, social and contact. Under that, open social and contact. Here you'll see that. Now under contact company name, you can see, you can just enter your details. So for example, the company name is Hawaii Rentals. You can enter this. Company address not mentioned, so we'll just leave it. Then after that, we have email. So this is the email. We'll simply copy it, paste it over here, duplicate email, telephone number. Okay, you can copy the telephone number. Mobile number, maybe I'll do some changes. Fax will do some changes. What is the Skype ID? Okay, this is it. Click on save changes. Again, if you open the contact page, let's see how it looks. Now, as you can see, we have all these details. All right, so this is how it works. Now, if you see this page, we don't have any header and footer. Also, the sidebar space is empty. So let's see how we can create menu and these sidebar things. And after that, finally, we'll see the theme settings. To create your menu, we'll again come back to the dashboard. Under appearance, you will see menus option. Click on that under appearance, menus. Now, menu name, you can name it anything. I'll name it main menu. Click on create menu. Now, what all links you want at top? So I'll click on view all. I want home, blog, contact, search, which is called advanced search in this case. And favorites and all, favorite, dashboard, these links are already given over here. As you can see, my listing, add listing, bookings, favorite, dashboard. So I'll not add these links. And then after that, let's see if we are missing anything. No, everything looks good. Click on add to menu. And yeah, click on, make sure to tick mark this thing, primary menu at the bottom. Click on save menu. Now again, if you come back to this page and refresh it, now you'll see this menu is displayed over here, right? Just like we have to make it center aligned, but for now menu is displaying. Again, come back to this page. Now let's see the sidebar. Okay, so for sidebar, we'll select this option. Under appearance, click on widgets. Okay, this option. And what we'll do is we'll start with footer. Okay, you can start with any option. Maybe let's not start with footer. Let's start with the main sidebar, which is this primary sidebar. You can use it for your contact page. You can use it for any other page. So these things will display. Also on single rental page, these things will be displayed. So we have just two elements in this sidebar, the latest rentals and advanced search. So you'll add that under primary widget area. If you see already added something, you can delete it. Like, let me show you how you can delete it. For example, this is already added. So to delete it, you click on this click on three dots icon and delete it like this. Okay. Now to add your own, click on this plus button and search for latest listing. You'll see this one, WP Estate latest listing. Click on that. How many latest listing? Maybe 5. Pick all. So select all category, all cities, all areas. Do you want to show only featured listing? Now what is a featured listing? So you can feature some listings on your website, maybe on homepage or on sidebars like here. These are featured, but we have created a listing. If you want to set that listing as featured listing, let me show you how you can do that. So I'll come over here to set this listing as your featured listing. You'll edit it, scroll down, and you'll tick mark this thing, make it featured. Okay. Click on update. So you can make any of your listings featured. Now if I come over here, refresh it. Now, as you can see, once we refresh it, you can see this listing because we have set this listing as a featured listing. Now, because you're the owner of the website, you're the admin of the website, you can make any listing as featured listing. But if somebody else is adding their profile, or if somebody else is adding their listing, their property on your website, you can charge them some money to make their listing featured so that you can feature their listing on sidebar, on home pages, and so on. So I'll explain you how that will be done at the end of the video. First, let's see this thing. Let's add one more widget below this thing. We want advanced search. So you can click on this plus button and search for advanced search. This is the one, WP Estate advanced search. Okay, no need to do any changes. Just click on update. Again, come back over here, refresh this page. And here, as you can see, these two sidebars we wanted. Now let's add footer related sidebars. So come back and select first footer widget area. In the first footer widget, you can see we have simple text, and after that we have some social media links. So first I'll click on this plus button, add a paragraph. In fact, first we'll click on plus button, we'll add a heading. Okay, search for heading, and heading is about. And after that let's click on plus button. This time we'll add paragraph, and whatever text you want, you can select this, paste in the text. And below this thing, finally, we want to add our social links. So click on this plus button and search for WP Estate social links. Okay, this one. And you can add your links, your Facebook link, Twitter link. Okay. So I'll add few links over here. All right. Maybe these many links. Click on update. Now minimize this thing. Now open this one, secondary footer widget area, and here we are displaying contact details. So for this, you can search for contact. Click on this plus button, search for contact. You will see WP Estate contact. Title is contact, which is fine. Under address, this is our address. Or whatever your address is, obviously you should enter that. This is your phone number, your fax number, whatever your email is, you can enter your email. Right, your Skype ID and all that. And after that, click on update. Then footer area 3, we are displaying our featured listing again. So third footer area, click on this plus button, search for latest listing, WP Estate latest listing. And instead of latest listing, I'll type in featured listings. And we'll make it, yes, we will make it all. We want to display all, but we want to display only featured listings. All right, click on update. Again, if you come back over here, refresh this page. Maybe we can do one thing. We don't want this thing like this. We can have a simple, we don't want heading. We can make it simple. So select footer 1 and remove this heading from here. And maybe we can add this thing like this. Okay, no need to do any heading or anything. All right, or just make it bolder maybe. Select this thing, make it bold, update, refresh. All right, so this is now looking good. All right, so with this, footer is also done. Now, finally, we have some theme settings related to that. So WP rental options, click on general. Let's see all the theme settings now. From top, so first select general settings under general. Now here first we have the country, so you can change and set your country name. Then we have measure unit. As I said earlier, you can change this thing. So instead of square feet, you can select square meter and you can click on save changes for now. Now we'll be doing only important settings because there are so many things. So then we have appearance. Here we don't think we need to do anything. You can do one thing, property list. There are so many properties displayed per page. So instead of 12, we can make it 6. And blog, yes, we want right side. Blog style, you can select full row if you want. For example, let me first open the blog page on this page. Now first let me just click on save changes. Now if I refresh this page, now as you can see, full row. If you want style 2, style 3, you can see whichever you like, you can select that. All right. Then we have listing list type for taxonomy pages. We can select half map. This is basically for your search page. If you select advanced search, here we want half map. I'll explain you that page later on. First, once we come to the search section, which is over here, we'll see that thing in detail. Then after that, you can upload your logo and favicon. So you can see this is the default logo. Instead of that, if you have your own logo, you can upload that. So I have 2 dummy logos and favicon. I will simply import it. This is the logo. And what is a favicon? For example, if you open your website right now, if you see the tab, this is how it looks like, no logo. But if you open the demo website, in the demo website, you can see this before this tab, this is the favicon. Okay. So you can upload a favicon like this. Okay. First was favicon, your favicon. So it should be a square image, small image like this one. And then we have our logo. I'll upload this as my logo. Click on save changes. If I again come back over here, refresh this page, you can see logo change, and we also have this favicon now. Okay. Then we have a header and footer related settings. So if you want to do, first of all, we don't want this top bar. If you see at top of this header, we have this gray color thing. We don't want that. So let's search for that top bar. Show top bar in mobile devices, no. And also show top bar widget area, we'll select no. Okay. And after that, header align, we want center. Okay. Header align, logo position, header type, and all these things. You can select center. Media type, we have selected none. And click on save changes for now. We can make it yes. Parallax effect for image, you can select this thing and make it yes. Again, if you come back over here, refresh it. Okay, that top section is now gone. Then we have footer related settings. You can change your copyright text here. As you can see, copyright reserved 2029 or 2019. So instead of 2019, I'll type in 2024 and I'll type in made by Nayyar Shaikh or whatever you want. Click on save changes, and rest everything is fine. If you again refresh this page, you can see copyright text is now changed. Then we have price and currency. You can change. So by default, it is USD. If you want to make it INR, you can just type in INR over here. If you want to add something else, you can add it. Currency mode, this is US dollar currency. You can change it and put in currency code or symbol for Indian rupee or whatever currency you want to use. Okay, if you want, you can also add multiple currencies. Then we have booking system. Here you can just select this option, set booking type per day or per hour. Basically it should be per day. And what are the weekends, Sunday and Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever the weekend is, you can select that. And date format, I'll select date, month, year. If in some countries it is month, date, year, you can change that thing as well. Then after that, let's see what we have next. We have custom fields, which you have seen. Features and amenities should be yes. Listing labels, don't change it. Rest everything is fine. Login and register. Let's open the login and register page. Users can type a password on registration form. So when somebody wants to register on your website, you can also let them enter their registration. You can also enable mobile phone number registration. Right. Let's click on save. Social and contact, we have seen the contact form. Now let's see the map also. We have seen, we have added our map locations. We have added the Google Map API key and all. Then after that, we have listing page related settings. So this is the main one. If you open a single listing page, okay, this is how it looks like. This is style 1. We have to select style 5. This is the one that I'm using in the demo website. Then after that, for now, just click on save changes, refresh this page. And now as you can see, this is style 5. Just by one click, everything is now changed. This looks much better. Then we have listing page layout manager. So here, as you can see, we have the gallery with then description, details, all these things. If you don't want anything from here, for example, then you can change it. For example, if you don't want, let's say, map. If you don't want to display map, you can simply bring map first of all at top, and then you can place it under disable. Or if you want to disable any section, any other section from here, you can do that. Then after that we have design. Under design you can, let's see if we have anything important under design. Under design, just select this option, listing card design. By default it is style 2. You can change again if you want. You can change this thing, style 3, style 4. These are the listings. If you open your home page, this is the listing that we are talking about. I think this is looking good, so I don't want to change it. But if you want, you can select any other, click on save changes, refresh it. You can see which one looks good. You can just select that thing. Then custom color, you can select this thing, custom color. First of all, untick this thing. Okay, you have this tick mark, just untick this thing, click on save changes. And after that you can open the media folder, and in that you have pages folder, and in that you have custom color CSS. Open that file and just press Ctrl A to select everything, then press Ctrl C to copy everything. Now come over here and simply paste in the text, click on save changes. Now what is your main color? So in this case, we want our main color to be this pink color. So let me get this color code, right click, inspect. Let's see what the color code is. This is the one. So I want this color as my main color. Okay. Paste in this thing. Background color, if you want white color background, you can select that. Font color, we want, let's open this thing, or let's go to home page. We had this color. Okay. This color, I want this as my main font color. Okay. All right, I'll copy this color, paste it over here. Link color, if you want, you can set this pink color as your link color. Heading color, you can change all these colors. So many colors are available. You can just change all the colors that you want. If I again come back to this website, refresh it. So button color, whatever color you wanted to change, for example, menu, link color, button color, you can go ahead and change link color. As you can see, button color, border color, you can change all these colors from here. Then main menu design, you can select header color, top menu font color, active menu, which is this. If you select active menu font color, and if you, maybe let's select, here it is, active menu font color. Maybe I'll select some pink color just to show you. Click on save changes, refresh this page, go at top, and now as you can see, active menu font color is changed. So you can do that. Then mobile menu, custom CSS. If you want, you can add some custom CSS fonts. By default, I want Jost font family, but it is not available in most cases for this website. Let me open a single page. So by default, we have Roboto. So if you want, you can select this. As I said you earlier, if you search for Jost, it is not available. So at least search for Poppins, which is another great font family. Okay. For all the other options, heading 1, heading 2, everything. Or if you want to keep it as it is, don't need to change anything. All right. I'll change it. Paragraph font also, menu font as well. Click on save changes. Then email management, leave it. Advanced, also leave it. Payment and settings, payment and submit. This is important. Now, first of all, we have submit, listing submit page. So if you open your website and if you try to submit, whether you or any person tries to submit a listing, what all option do you want to give? So title, category, they have to enter the guest number, country, all these things. So here, as you can see, everything is enabled. So make sure everything is enabled over here. Also make sure to enable this check-in, check-out hour, late check-in, optional services, extra people, cancellation. Basically select everything. Okay, amenities also, make sure you select everything. Now what all things you want to make it mandatory? So they have to fill in this form. Only then they can create this listing. So maybe they have to select main category. They have to select city, they have to select, they have to enter description, they have to enter price, then they have to select, let's say, security deposit maybe, okay, check-in, check-out, custom price, property media, they have to upload images of related to that property. They have to enter the property size, how many rooms, bedrooms, bathrooms. They can select whether smoking and children are allowed or not. So you can select what all things you want to make it mandatory. So they have to fill in that information. All right. Now click on save changes. This was for adding a listing. Now we have submission, payment, settings. So by default, it is free. So anybody can come to your website, they can submit a new listing. And that is the one which is more recommended. So if the thing that you should be doing is that people can come to your website, owners, if they have any listing that they want to list, property they want to list for renting, I think the best way is that make sure to have that listing, or make sure to enable them to add their listings for free, and you can charge some commission on that. So that is one option. Another option is that you can charge them money to list their property, and rest everything is fine. So if you want to charge them to list their property, then you can select this option, per listing. Maybe if you want to charge them, let's say $1 per listing, you can type in this thing. Okay. If you want to give them membership, okay, then you can select membership, and you have to enter membership packages. So at the left hand side, you can see membership packages. Open that in a new tab, click on add new membership package, and you can fill in this detail. So here, as you can see, for example, I'll name it basic package. Okay. So this is maybe monthly. Every month they will, I'll type in bill every X units, every 1 month. How many units are included? So they can upload maybe 5 units, they can add 5-unit listing. They can make one listing as featured listing. And what is the price? So maybe we'll charge $50. Okay. And after that, you can click on publish. So this is one option. This will be membership. Or if you want to charge them per listing, you can make it per listing. Again, I'm saying I would recommend you to just leave it as free. Okay, make it no, so that listing is free. But if you want to charge listing, you can select this. Okay, to price to make the listing featured. So maybe I'll type in $5. And that is, again, as I said earlier, if the owner who has posted their listing, if they want to set their listing as featured listing, which means that their listing will be displayed over here in the sidebar, in the home page. In the home page also, when you're creating this page, you can click on edit with Elementor. And in these listings, instead of recent listing, you can upload, or you can just showcase the featured listing. So it's pretty simple. Just click on this thing, and here under filter, select this option, show featured listing only. If you make it yes, then it will only display those listings which are featured. So here, as you can see, there is only one listing. So you can do it like this, all right, if you want. Now I'm selecting one option. I don't want to use here. Also, again, make sure currency for paid submission, you select your currency. If it is INR, USD, whatever the currency is, you can select. If your currency is not from here, if your currency is not listed over here, then you can add that under custom currency symbol. You can add it over here, right? Now, I don't want to use this Stripe and this PayPal for payment. I want to use WooCommerce. So I'll select WooCommerce settings, make it yes. This is more simpler option, and this is available for most countries. So whether you're watching this video from India, from Europe, from Africa, anywhere, this option will work for you. So basically, how you will accept payment. If somebody wants to add a listing and you are charging them $1, so how you'll accept that $1 or 100 rupees or 1000 rupiah, whatever you're charging them. So how you'll accept that payment, we'll do that using WooCommerce once we finish these settings. In the next step, we'll see how to integrate different payment gateways basically. Booking payment option. Now here you can do one thing, you can select this service fee. So maybe if you want to charge, as I said earlier, maybe if you want to make this thing free, anybody can add their listing, no charge. But once you receive rent for your listing, and once you receive booking for your listing, for your property, for your villa or whatever it is, then you can charge them some money. So you can do that under booking, and you can charge them maybe 10% service fee or 5% service fee. Now, another thing to do is you can also do one thing, you can select a deposit fee, and you can enter the same amount, 5%. So this will be very useful. For example, if you're charging 5% service fee, you can also select 5% deposit fee. Once you select 5% deposit fee, what happens is, let me show you this thing. Now, if somebody wants to book any property, for example, if somebody wants to book this property from this date to this date, how many people? Now, if they click on, if they click on book now, if they click on just book now, your booking request will be sent to you. I'll explain you how this thing works. But if you select instant payment for this, for example, let's accept payment for this. I'll click on edit listing. Let me explain you. In fact, let me explain you. Normally what happens is, once somebody selects check-in, check-out, how many guests, and click on book now, you'll get a request over here. So at the left-hand side, if you click on bookings, you see a new request from this date to this date for this hotel, modern booking hotel by who is the renter? Nayyar Shaikh is the renter. You can click on edit. You can see the details related to this person. Now you can contact this person. This is one way. Not recommended. What I recommend is edit this listing. While you're creating your listing, you can enable instant booking. So you can accept payments right on your website. So you can allow this thing. You can tick mark this thing, allow instant booking. Now if you click on update, now if I try again, refresh this page. Now if I try to check in and check out date 2 guest, and here as you can see, now because we have set this setting over here, 5% deposit and 5% service fee. Now to book this hotel, this person or whoever is booking this thing, they have to make a payment of $2, which is the deposit fee, and remaining balance of $43 will be paid at the hotel. Now with this option, one thing is cleared. You don't have to do any transaction with the owner then later on, because you have already charged your service fee of 5%. You're taking that money as the deposit fee. So whatever this person will make the payment, this payment of $2, which is 5%, which is also your deposit fee and service fee, this amount will come to your account. Okay, the owner, the admin of the website, and remaining $43, this person, whoever is booking this person can pay at the site when they visit the hotel or villa or bungalow. Then remaining $43 they can pay to that owner. Okay, I hope this is clear. So if this person now clicks on instant booking, they will see this page. They can now click on pay now and they can make the payment. They cannot make the payment right now because we have not set the payment gateway, but basically this is how it works. So this is the one that I recommend. Make sure while you're creating your listing, make it instant booking so that people can make the booking. Or if you don't want to accept payment, you can simply tick mark this thing, show contact form instead of booking form. Okay, so you get their contact details and you can contact them back. Now we have search related settings. So let's see that. So for the search page, if you open, for example, let me open the search page. This is how the search page is looking right now. And if you open the demo website, let's see how the search page is looking on our demo website. If I search for any property, click on find a villa. This is how the search page is looking. At the left hand side, I have map. At the right hand side, I have all these details and all these options. Okay, you can see this top filtration options. So what I'll do is I'll make it half map. Okay, I want half map. Click on save changes. Again, if I refresh it, and now as you can see, we have half map. At the left hand side, we have map. At the right hand side, we have this. Now at top, we have filtration option. Where do you want to go and all these things. So let's fix this filtration option like this. So you will see that thing. First of all, make sure you click on save changes. And next option is advanced search option. In this, do you want to show advanced search? Yes, we do want to show advanced search. Then show address search over slider. We can make it no. Then use on-demand pins while moving the map. You can make it yes. And rest 3, just make it no and click on save changes. So basically yes, no, no. Okay. Then select this option, advanced search form. And over here, you can do one thing, tick mark all the amenities from here. Okay. And make sure it is yes. Then after that, if you scroll down, you can also set a minimum value for price slider, maximum value for price slider, whatever the minimum amount of booking amount you have on your website, whatever the maximum per day amount you have for the hotels, you can select that, or for the villa or whatever the property is. Now, how many number of fields and number of rows you want to display. So here, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 rows and we have like 6, 7 fields. So number of fields, you can make it like 7. Number of rows is 3, which is fine. And click on save changes. For now, if I refresh this page, once you click on save changes, refresh it. Then now, as you can see, because we have added 7 over here, now we can add 7 options from the bottom. And let's start with this one. So spot number 1, whatever you want. So in this case, we are adding location as a spot number 1. So location is fine, and we'll select like, which means even similar or nearby location will show. Under this text, we'll type in location, and you can search for icon. If you click on this button, you can search for the search icon. Maybe I'll use this. Okay, not the search icon. Actually, we want the map icon. So click on this, search for map. And maybe I'll select this. For now, I'll just click on save changes just to see whether changes are taking place or not. Now here, as you can see, this should change, but it is not changing. So you can do one thing. If this happens with you, then you can select this option, half map search form. And here you can do this settings. So 7 fields, 3 rows, click on save changes, refresh it. And now you can change it from here. Okay. First is location, like, field is location, and icon, you can select map. Let's select this icon, click on save changes. Let's try again, refresh this page. And now as you can see, first one is changed. Let's add another one, which is check-in and check-out. So first we'll select check-in. and we'll select bigger date. Text will be check-in, and you can add calendar icon. Okay, second one is checkout. Date smaller. It says checkout. Again, calendar icon. So click on this button and search for calendar icon. And similarly, you can do all the other things, category, type, and all. If I refresh it, okay, as you can see, this is working. All right. You can also select this one number of how many fields you want per row. Okay, total number of fields and how many fields you want per row. You can select that thing as well. Okay, and if you want to increase the number instead of 3, you can make it 4, or if you want, you can decrease the number as well. Rest everything is fine with these settings. Again, come back to your website. Now let's see how we can set up WooCommerce so that we can integrate payment gateways if somebody wants to make the payment for booking, or if some owner wants to make the payment, if they want to make their listing featured listing or anything, how we can accept the payment. For that, click on our plugins, and we need to add a new plugin, and we need to set up that plugin. And click on add plugin. Now search for WooCommerce. Just search for Woo, you will get the WooCommerce plugin. This is the one, the first one, WooCommerce. Install this plugin. This is by Automatic. Once installed, just click on activate. Now once you activate this thing, you will see a new option at the left hand side, WooCommerce. Hover over that and click on settings. Now you have to enter your website, or basically your business address. So I'll just very quickly add some dummy address over here. What city, what country. Okay, you can select that. You should select your state name under country. What is the postal code? So this is your basically business address, your office address, wherever you're doing your business from. And here you can change the currency. Make sure this currency and whatever you have added under WP rental option currency, both the currencies are same. Okay. Under this also we had added the currency, if you remember, price and currency. Here we had US dollar, US dollar symbol. So make sure here also you select US dollar, or if you have selected INR, Indian rupee over here, so here also make sure you select Indian rupee. Okay, so make sure both are same. Now we just need to come to this option, payments option. Now what all payment options do you want to give them? So we want to give them whatever payment option you want to give them. Opens plugin. For that, plugins option, click on add new plugin. Now there are many different payment options available. It all depends on your country. So if you're from USA, from Europe, these kind of countries, from Australia, most of the some of the Middle East countries, from these kind of countries, then you can use PayPal, you can use Stripe. PayPal to accept PayPal payments, and Stripe to accept credit debit card payments. If you're from India, then there are many payment gateways: CC Avenue, Razorpay, PayUmoney, InstaMojo, and many other payment gateways. If you're watching this video from Bangladesh, from Pakistan, then you can do a simple Google search, best payment gateway in Bangladesh or best payment gateway in Pakistan, whatever the payment gateway is. Go and create an account on that payment gateway's website, and after that you can search a plugin for that. Similarly, if you're watching this video from Africa, any African country, you can go to Google and search best payment gateway for Kenya, for Uganda, for whatever current country. Okay, and you can search a plugin for that. I'll give you two, three options so that it should work for everybody. First of all, PayPal is very common throughout the world, so this should work. So search for PayPal plugin. There will be many different plugins for this PayPal payment gateway. We want to select this one, the second one. Okay, install this plugin. This is payment plugins for PayPal WooCommerce. This is by support@paymentplugins.com. We can activate it later on. Let's add another payment gateway, which is Stripe. With this payment gateway, you can accept direct credit and debit card payments right on your website. You don't have to redirect your customer to a third-party website. And this is not available in many countries, so you can see which all countries it is available in. For this also, I'll use the second one, payment plugins for Stripe WooCommerce. This is also by support@paymentplugins.com. And third one for Indian viewers, we have Razorpay. If you want, you can use some other, but Razorpay is the most popular one. And install the first one, Razorpay for WooCommerce. This is by Team Razorpay. Again, I'm saying if you're from some other country and if these payment gateways are not available in your country, do a simple Google search and find the plugin and install that plugin. Once you install all these payment gateways or plugins, go back to plugins at the left hand side and activate all these payment gateways. So I'll tick mark Razorpay, and these two, Stripe and PayPal, go at top, bulk action, activate. Click on apply. All three will be activated at once. Now come back to WooCommerce settings, refresh this page. Now you can see so many new options are available for you. I'll also enable cash on delivery. You should never enable cash on delivery for these kind of website. I'm just enabling it for demo purposes so that I don't have to make payment to myself. Now first, let's see how we can set up PayPal. So first you have to make this thing on. Okay. Now click on PayPal gateway and now select API settings tab. And it is very simple. You just need to make sure, first of all, under environment, production is selected. Then after that, click on this button, click to connect. And you will see a pop-up. Just enter your PayPal email and password over here. This is business PayPal account, by the way. You must have a business PayPal account to use this thing. Once you enter your business PayPal account details, click on login, click on agree and connect. It will automatically connect your website with PayPal so that you can accept PayPal payments now. And once it is done, it will automatically redirect you back to your website. Here, as you can see, redirected back to your website, and now everything will be auto-filled for you. Production client ID, production secret key, everything is auto-filled, as you can see. Come back to payments. Now let's see very quickly how we can set up Stripe, which is this one, credit card payments. Okay, credit card payments. Now what I would recommend you to do is, you have title, you have these things, copy the title and paste the same thing under description as well. Okay. Now click on save changes first. Now go back to API settings tab. And here first under mode, select live mode. Okay. And click on save changes. Now just like PayPal, just click on this button, click to connect. It will redirect you to a new page. Here you have to log into your Stripe account. So enter your Stripe email and password. Now select your account from here and click on connect. And just like PayPal, it will automatically connect your website with Stripe so that you can accept credit debit card payments, and it will automatically redirect you back to your website. Here also, as you can see, connection successful. Come back to payments. Now finally, let me show you how you can set up Razorpay. So click on Razorpay. These two are automatic. Razorpay, we have to do it manually. So most of the payment gateways are actually manually. To manually connect your website with any payment gateway, you just need two keys, like publishable key and secret key, these two types of keys. So for this, you can go to their website. So I'll go to razorpay.com. Now once you log into your Razorpay account, you will get all the details. So at the left hand side, you will see accounts and settings, click on that. And under this, you will see API keys, click on that. And under website platform, select WooCommerce. Okay, once you select WooCommerce, you'll get your live API key. You can copy it from here, paste it under key ID. Similarly, copy your secret key, paste it under key secret and click on save changes. And now you can also accept UPI, net banking, all those payments using this thing. Now click on accounts and privacy. Tick mark this thing, enable login during checkout. Allow customers to create an account during checkout on the My Account page. And you can untick set password setup link and click on save changes. Finally, just go to advanced. Make sure these pages are set. Under cart page should be selected and everything. And with this, we have also completed the WooCommerce settings. Finally, let me do one thing. Let me open this website, the final checkout I'm displaying. I'm just showing you the final demo transaction. Now I'll open this website in a new private window. So I'll open this in a new incognito window and let me log in, or let me sign up as a owner, and let's see whether we are able to submit property and do all those things or not. So first I'll click on sign up and I'll have to enter my username, which I'll type in John Doe. Okay. Email, I'll type in johndoe@gmail.com. Password, I'll type in some password. Phone number, and click on agree with terms and condition. Click on create an account. Before I click on create an account, you can see this is a dummy email account, but still it will create an account for me. So if you want to, if you want to get rid of this, if you want email only those genuine email addresses to be added to your website, people with genuine email address, real email address can create an account. Then you can set up, you can enable this thing, the setting that we just saw, WooCommerce settings. Let me go back to that setting. Let me show you. And under this, we had accounts and privacy. So here, as you can see, send password setup link. So once you tick mark this thing, then people, whatever email address they enter over here and click on create an account, they will get a password on their email account. They will have to click on, they will get a link basically on their email account. They will have to click on that link, set a password, and like that, their password or their email address will be verified. I'm not doing that. Just for demo purposes, I'll simply click on create an account, and you can see my account was created without that. So I'll now log in, enter the password, click on login. So this is how owners can create an account on your website. Now they can add their details, first name, phone number, everything. They can upload their images and so on. We are more interested in this thing, add new listing. We are more interested in adding a new listing, and I'll do one thing. Now I'll open the demo website over here and simply open any single rental, copy paste all the title and everything, because this is the same thing. We have already seen how to create a listing. That was from the back end, from the dashboard. This is from the front end. So this is the title. Person will select category. Maybe this is a dorm room or a house, simple house. Listed whether they want to say room type, entire room or whatever. How many maximum guests? So maybe just 4 guests. Allow guest above capacity. Everything is same, you can see. So I'll do it very quickly because the tutorial is already very lengthy. Describe your thing. Okay, so I'll copy this, paste it under description. Whether you want to show contact form instead of booking or allow instant booking. We'll tick mark allow instant booking, click on continue. And okay, first thing is done. Let's go to pricing settings. Okay, so under pricing settings, maybe $10 per night. Taxes, we'll just leave it for 7 days, $8, for 30 days, $5. Weekend price, maybe $12. Okay, extra guest and all, cleaning fee, security deposit. So in this case, security deposit, we want 5%. Okay, and rest everything is fine. Extra options, if you want, you can add extra options. Then we have property images. I'll simply upload these images over here. Vimeo or YouTube link, we have already seen how to do it. YouTube link, video ID, same thing that we did from the back end. This is from the front end. Okay, once all the 5 images are uploaded, let it get uploaded. You can click on save changes. Now in detail, square meter, 500, how many rooms, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, you can select that. Okay, and then once you select how many bedrooms, then you have to select in bedroom number 1 how many king bed, queen bed, all these things. What is the check-in, check-out? So check-in is maybe 2 p.m. Check-out at 11 a.m. Late check-in, free. These are all compulsory. So that is the reason why I have to enter this thing. No fee, optional services, no services. I'll just fill in these forms. Outdoor facilities, I'll just paste in the same text. Not allowed, extra people not allowed. Okay, private bathroom, yes. Family friendly, yes. If you want to add some custom details, what is allowed, what is not allowed, click on save. Then we have location, what is the exact address. Again, I'll do the same thing. Just type in Lonavala, whatever the zip code is, I don't even remember. So you can enter the zip code, state name, country name, click on save. Then what all amenities, you can tick mark that. Okay, click on save. Finally, we have the calendar. Basically, this is now created. Click on save. Now this will not start displaying or start showing on the website. If I click on my listings, as you can see, waiting for approval. Okay, so this is waiting for approval, and this is not yet paid. So you can see the if I click on publish, I'll have to pay $1 to submit this thing. So let's see, this user, this owner has to pay $1 to submit this listing. So they can click on pay now, and they will be redirected to this checkout page. Here they can enter their details. John Doe. Again, I'm saying you can make this process free, but because I wanted to show you payment related settings, I'm doing it. They will enter their details, and just to save some time, I'll select cash on delivery so that I don't have to make payment to myself. But you can see Razorpay, PayPal, everything is working. Once I make the payment, again, I can go back to my dashboard, my listings. You can see this is now paid, waiting for approval. Now let's see, you as an admin and owner of the website, you will see this listing, whatever this customer has added, owner has added, you will see this is the listing and this is pending. Okay, because first you will have to see whether they have entered all the details or not. So you'll scroll down, you'll see, okay, they have entered this. If they are missing anything, you will contact the owner and you will tell them that fill in this form, you have not entered the price properly, or the location is not whatever, you can do that. Once you do this thing, once you think everything is right, all the details are good, proper, then you can go ahead and publish it. So the owner can add a listing, but they cannot publish it on your website. You, the admin of the website, only you can publish it. Now, if I again go back to that owner's account and refresh it, now as you can see, this is published. Now, if this owner wants to make it a featured listing, then they can click on this thing and they can pay $5 to upgrade to featured. So let's see very quickly. Now all the details are entered already because in the last step we have made the payment. Now I'll select this, click on place order. I'll make the $5 payment. Now this listing will become a featured listing. Okay, so it will display on the home page and it will display on the sidebar. If I go back to my listing, as you can see, now I don't get any option because this is a featured listing. So this will start displaying on the website. So this is how the owner can do all these things. Now let's see the customer part. The customer will see what? So now you can come to the dashboard, click on listings, and here this was this. So I'll click on view. Now I'm viewing this as a customer, okay, because that owner's account is this John Doe and this is my account Nayyar Shaikh. You can see, so I'm seeing this as a customer. Maybe I want to book this thing for 3-4 days for 2-3 guests. Okay, now you can see I have to pay a security deposit of $1.75 and balance $33 or whatever it is. This will be paid to the owner when this person, whoever is booking, the customer will visit this place, this villa, this bungalow, whatever it is. They will make remaining payment at that place. So I'll click on instant booking. Basically this customer will click on instant booking. They will see all these details. Reservation fee is this, balance owed to be paid later on. Now this customer will click on pay now. Now this customer will click on pay now. They will be redirected to this page and similarly they can make the payment. You can see just have to pay the deposit fee. Okay, so whatever the customer will make the payment, in fact just let me make the payment. Whatever the address, in fact city, state, pin code, then customer can enter their phone number and they can select cash on delivery or whatever the payment option you want. They can make payment through all this thing and the payment will be done. Now this owner will see this under booking. If I go to my bookings, here as you can see, confirmed, not fully paid, because if they click on view details, they have only paid this amount. Okay, service fee amount or whatever the reservation fee amount was. Rest all the other amount, whatever it is, this will be paid when this customer visits this thing. Okay, so this is, in this case, what happened is whatever 5% you wanted to charge, you got that money. Rest all the money this customer will pay to the owner. Okay, so this is how this whole transaction works. I hope you got everything. I hope you understood everything. And basically with this, we have also completed this tutorial. And I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, if you like this video, and if you want to watch more useful videos like this one, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon. If you find it helpful, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. And finally, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.